Hello. Hello, hello. Sorry, it's always hard for me to tell when I've gone live. So, a very good day to everyone. I hope you're all doing well. It's actually a lovely day. It's been quite windy, but we can't argue. So how's everyone doing? I see quite a few people over on YouTube, quite a few people over on Twitch. I hope you're all doing well. And a massive, massive thank you for joining. I see Dean Shelley's Wild Camping, first time viewer over on Twitch as well. So that is awesome. Hello Icebreaker, how are you doing, Cameron? Hope you're doing well.
Good afternoon, buddy. We're on the road again.
Good afternoon, Paul and Apache. How are you doing, Ryan? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Good afternoon, people.
Just Jamie82.
Good afternoon.
Really good to see you. Lynch68. Great to see you also. I sent out your soap that you won on the last stream, actually. I got that out to you yesterday. So hopefully you should be receiving that in the next few days. I'm just going to take a little hike up this little hill. You can probably hear I'm out of breath already. Always gets me coming into this woods. How's the camera view for everyone today as well? I've changed my setup around a little bit.
Cool. Look forward to it.
So it should hopefully be a little bit better field of view for you guys. Also, I haven't got a satchel, so that's great. There's a tiny little wren just there. Popped into the holly bush. So we're going to have a nice little wander down to a similar spot today and have a little look and see if we can find any evidence of that roe deer. I'm also going to do a little cook up. Going to do something quite similar to, or very similar in fact, an exact copy of the first thing I ever did on my channel, which is gammon and eggs. So I'm looking forward to that. Lovely bluebell there. Really, really lovely. Oh, what a view. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic weekend. It's so nice to come out and just share this with you guys, especially if some of you can't get outside. It's nice to share it. This is on my doorstep, so it seems rude not to come out and explore and put on the camera and go live.
Can't beat being amongst the pines and ferns.
Yeah, exactly. The ferns, the pines, it's got that real ambience. I love it. You can actually see right next to me, I've stumbled across some badger sets. I literally just looked to the left and they were right there. You can see that's freshly excavated.
How's the wind up there today?
The wind is actually not too bad. Surprisingly still. You can see the trees aren't moving too much. I'm sure they will if it gusts up, but it's really nice and calm at the moment.
Had a great night last night with all my kids and their partners.
I'm glad to hear, Paul. Yeah, it's always nice to have a bit of a fun weekend. I've been looking after Ellie this weekend. She has just undergone some surgery, so she's in recovery mode, but she's trooping along. I'm just seeing if I can see any hares here. It's definitely active, but this one over here more so. You can see how freshly dug out that is, and in fact you can see some of the prints quite clearly down in there.
We just got back from an amazing night in our local pine forest.
In fact, guys, can you see there the tiny little print? I don't know if you can. I'll take a picture with my phone, but there's the tiny little print. There's the pad, the toes around. So it actually looks like there's some young here. Really, really small. Great sign to see though. And in fact, you can see here where then nails have been clawing into the sand. So they've been scrambling up, and again here, you can see where the nails have scraped down. You can see the imprint of the 4 sharper long nails there. So sand like this is really good actually to
Hope she gets well soon.
practice
Bloody send her
your
my
tracking
love.
on. It's really, really handy. Thank you so much, guys, for your messages of support. Nigel, I know she'll really appreciate that, and I hope you're doing well, buddy. Dean Shelley, we just got back from an amazing night in our local pine forest. Oh, brilliant, mate. I really do love pine forests. As much as I'm an avid hardwood fan, the pines, you do feel at home, and they are kind of our boreal counterpart. You know, for a lot of the northern parts of England
It's
at
nice
least.
seeing all the colours coming back.
It would have
after the
seen this quite often up there. In fact, up in Loch Truel, where I did the series, it was very similar to this, but much more ancient. It's some of the last remaining boreal forests up in Scotland. It's nice seeing all the colours come back after the winter seasons. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no, bless.
It's
Did not know. Wish I get
it's
my
funny
berries
seeing
seeded lots of
what
love.
trees come to leaf quicker. So obviously the birch are starting to rise really quickly now. A few are lagging behind.
I'm great, thanks,
But the beech, you can see, still holding on to their leaves, getting every last bit of nutrition out of those old ones before they go into full bloom, which is amazing.
I love to practice tracking while my boys are building dens in the woods.
Thank you so much, Janet. Appreciate your kind words of support there. I'll definitely pass on your message and love and support. Look at that, guys. That wasn't there the other day. It shows how quick these things can pop up. Very active part of the woods. Sorry, I'm pointing the camera in a complete obscure direction. Just right next to the path. Quite funny that. And there's an old one right next to it. You like to practice tracking?
Thank you.
My boys are just building dens in the woods. Yeah, that's amazing, buddy. And that's such a great way to practice your skills, I guess, if you've got children. You know, get them busy making a den, and it's already kick-starting them on their bushcraft journey, and then you can explore around them and carry your journey on as well. It's brilliant. No, definitely, bluebells. In fact, we just saw one popped up by the bottom of an oak. It obviously had a nice bit of shelter there, a little bit of warmth, and yeah, it's great to see actually. It is like a carpet in this woodland. Hello, Ellie. Ellie's in the chat, guys, so I'm sure she can have a little flick back through your messages of support to her. So we're going to have a little cut left in a second. In fact, I'm going to go right. And on the right, we saw a roe deer on the last live stream, or I did anyway. Despite my commotion and trying to bring it to a halt, it just carried on bucking through the woods. So hopefully we can have a little investigation and see if we can spot him. And I've actually got a woodland stalking book with me, so we'll go through a few little chapters of that and see what little tips we can pick up about trying to stalk them in this kind of woodland environment.
Bless you guys. I'm doing well. Thank you for your messages of support.
Thank you so much, Norm64, NormW64. I really appreciate you following. I'm sure that's bringing us quite close to the affiliate goal on Twitch, which is absolutely incredible. And don't forget, you can head over if you are on Twitch, you can type !giveaway in the chat. You can then enter the giveaway for the Baerskin hoodie. You can enter 5 times and you earn points through watching the stream on Twitch. And you actually get your first 2 entries free, 1 for following, and your first entry is free to the giveaway. So if any of you guys from the last stream have entered, make sure you go over there, check it out, and enter again, because you'll have some more points to redeem into tickets. At the moment, there's only 5 entrants, so there's really good odds.
Giveaway.
Thank you so much, Apache. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys over on Twitch want to follow that link, you can be entered into the Baerskin giveaway, and you can buy up to 5 tickets for the giveaway. Obviously, the points that you need to buy them with are completely free, so there's no need to spend real money. And for you guys over on YouTube, we're going to be doing some instant giveaways throughout this stream. So I've got a few of my soaps and a few of my morale patches that you guys can win as a thank you for joining in on this kind of live excursion with me. I'm just taking a steady kind of slow walk, and although I'm talking, I'm just hoping that we might see or hear some evidence. The wind's blowing in my face, or kind of upwards through this woodland towards me, this direction, so scent-wise I'm okay, and I'm hoping that that carries some of that sound of the leaf litter and my voice back with it. But if I bring the microphone a tiny bit closer, I can lower my voice a little bit, and I hope that's okay for you guys. So I do hope all of you guys on YouTube side are doing well. I've actually managed to integrate the chat on my application, so I can see both of you guys chatting now rather than having to switch over to YouTube, switch over to Twitch. So I'm starting to get there. Like I said, I've put together a new backpack because my last one was a bit too small and I had to use a satchel, and that just kept draining on my shoulder. I love that. So we might have a tiny little bit of low network here as I go through a bit thicker woodland. I can definitely hear a pheasant down here, so that's a sign that I'm making a little bit of noise, because he just did a warning call. I'm actually as well on the lookout for one of my yellow leather gloves that I'm fairly certain I dropped while I was walking through here the last time. So it seems like a good opportunity to take things slow, have a little look, and also I'm scanning around to see if there's any fungi popping up. There could potentially be some morels at this time of the year, although it might still be a little too early over here in the UK. Yeah, it's always a nuisance when you drop something in the woods. But generally speaking, I'm quite good at following my footsteps through and finding the same locations that I was in last time. There's that pheasant again. Yes, St. George's mushrooms are one of those things that when they do come up, they come up in abundance. In fact, at a farm that I'm working on at the moment, there was a massive ring last year, so I'm looking forward to seeing if they come back up. So we're over at this lovely spot of woodland that we live streamed from last time, and I'm probably going to stay in a fairly similar location. Number one, because the roe deer actually stumbled straight through this area last time. And number two, I can hopefully rely on the signal that little bit more in this area, but we'll see. I'm gonna have to stop for a second and just double check how it is for you guys.
I got myself some Brewdog Black Hearts and some white wine for this afternoon, which I didn't have last week.
Paul Rollins, I got some Brewdog Black Hearts and some white wine for this afternoon, which I didn't have last week. Oh, amazing. Well, I hope you can enjoy those while we have a nice little stream together. Like I said, I'm going to be cooking up some gammon and eggs today and doing a little bit of an investigation around. I'm on the hunt for Morell's roe deer, and I've got a cool little book which I got. It's a first edition book about woodland stalking, so we'll have a little go through that together as well. Could be Jim, competition entered. Amazing. Oh, really good luck, buddy. And thank you so much for entering.
Stuff on camps must be the bellies giving me memory loss.
Lynch 68. Thank you so much, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Good luck with the allotment. You're going to love it if you get it, and I hope it's everything you are hoping for. Right, so the signal seems to be a little bit patchy down this end, so I'm actually going to walk back up a little bit further and just monitor the bits rate. Once I've got this in a good location, I think we'll go ahead and stream from there. So in fact, this is looking like quite a good location already. Seems like good connection. I've got good line of sight to the sky, so I think we'll set down here. Could be Jim Webber. Awesome. All right, buddy. Yeah, over on Twitch, obviously there's a Baerskin giveaway, but we can get into that details a little bit later. I'll describe the giveaway on the YouTube side. We'll get a soap one going very shortly. So excuse the camera for 1 second. I'm just gonna set my tripod up. That way you guys are nice and steady. You don't have to worry about wobbling around. There we have it. So I hope the quality of the stream so far has been a lot more consistent. I've been troubleshooting this all week and trying to figure out what the best route of action I can go down for stability and electromagnetic interference. So that was what was cutting out the stream a lot last week. There was a lot of interference from the mobile modems that I'm using to broadcast this, and the HDMI encoder, which is obviously what connects the camera to the little tiny microcomputer that I've got in my backpack, which broadcasts it back to my home computer, which then sends it to you on Twitch and on YouTube. So I think you guys can see me. You can. I've got a little preview screen on my phone now as well. We're upgrading, guys, we're upgrading. So I'm going to put up tarp, just a simple little lean-to between these two trees here. I might even go to the further one just to give me a little bit more length on the ridge line. So I'll move the camera up just so you can see me doing that. I won't go through the knots today, but if there's any knots you do want me to show, I can do. So just hit me up on chat and we'll stop, pause and go through there. Have I tried any trail cameras? We just got one. Looking forward to seeing the wildlife around our camps. Just quickly before I reply to that, Janet, thank you so much for popping in. Just saw your message that you're about to pop off. I probably will be here for the next good 3-4 hours, so I look forward to seeing you when you return, and thank you so much for tuning in. It does mean the world to me. and I hope you're doing well. Can't wait to see you next time as well for a camp. So guys as well, Janet Outdoors, really great channel. She's a lovely lady. Go check her out. So Dean, yes. Trail cameras. When was the last time I used one up in these woods? Probably about 6 years ago actually, just at the inception of my channel, so 6 to 7 years. I've got a load of footage that I was going to start a little mini series called Bush Camera and come up here and do reactions of me seeing the footage. I never got round to it, but I do have some awesome footage on there, so I'll share that one time. But I look forward to seeing your footage. Definitely send me it over, because I love seeing what you find in the woods. I got some badger cubs and some fox cubs before. In fact, I put a few honey roasted cashews down just in front of the trail camera one time to see what it attracted, and I got the funniest view of a fox just sat there staring right at this trail camera chewing on them. So I'll get that clip for a little funny one to show you guys on stream. Tom in the forest. It worked. It's a lot better this week. Nice work. Very technical. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a nightmare, but we're getting there. Just Jamie popping off now for Sunday dinner. Hope to catch you later. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate you popping in. Enjoy your dinner. I'm very jealous, but I'll be cooking up something here soon, and hopefully I'll be here when you get back. Don't forget to, if you do join on Twitch, you can join the giveaways, but hopefully there'll be one on YouTube when you get back as well. And Scott, thank you so much for following over on Twitch. I really appreciate that. So we must be getting close to the goal now, which is amazing. Right, let's move up this camera and get the tarp up. I'm just going to have a tiny little drink. So I'm just going to measure between these two trees. They're not really trees, little saplings. That's dead, so I'm not going to go off of that. As soon as you look up, I'll use that for firewood. That's going to be fine between those two. So I'll go with a Siberian hitch off of this. And I don't need anything crazy, because I'm not going to be camping under this, so I don't need massive rain protection. There's nothing due today. It's just the wind that I'm really worried about, and it gives a little bit of protection for that microphone. So I'm going with a taut line hitch on this side. I'm probably just out of view, so I just apologise about that. But I've got a nice ridgeline set up here with some prusik knots and some antler toggles, which I'll bring the camera closer to very shortly. You can hear that pheasant again. But that's a nice taut ridgeline. I've got my two prusiks and toggles here. That stool's good and solid, so I'll have to come this side of that. Thank you so much for following Mabilon. Why did I get that so wrong? Thank you for following Mabilon. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. So I'm doing some bushcraft, obviously IRL today. We're just going to spend some time cooking up a nice meal up here in the woods, having a little chat with you guys about some kind of deer stalking information. There's some roe deer that I've just newly discovered in this area, so I'm really looking forward to seeing if we can spot some of those when we have a little quiet period. Also, we'll be doing some giveaways on stream. This is only my second stream here on Twitch and YouTube, so I appreciate your patience and just time taken if there's any little technical hiccups and glitches, and if it takes me a little while just to get stuff read out from chat while I'm busy doing things and getting camp prepped. So as you can see, it's quite a breeze, but nothing too dramatic. I'm going to have to make up some pegs, so I'm just going to wrap my tarp around this to stop it blowing a few times, as much as possible. And we'll get my knife and my saw, and we'll go collect some pegs together. I'm only going to make some very primitive, simple pegs, and I'll point the camera in this general direction here, because I can already see a nice small coppice piece right here that someone's done really high up, which isn't too bad, but it's a bit of a nuisance, but it's left me enough space to get another set of pegs there. So I want to cut at a nice 45-degree slope, just so that any water does shed off of that stool. We call the stool the cut that we leave. And there we have it. And then obviously, like I said last time, just to hide that and disguise that from anyone walking through, we can cover that with a few leaves, and it just takes the eye off of that. So we'll go back to the tarp, and I'm almost set up, and then we'll have a little sit down, have a look at chat, see what's been going on with you guys, and maybe have a little look at getting a giveaway all sorted. So I'm just going to peg this out, if you bear with me, guys. Yes, Liam, windy times. What do you know about the eclipse tomorrow? Are we due any earthquakes? Sean, I'm not sure if we're due any earthquakes on this side, although it looks like America's been getting really hit with them. Riviera Kid, yo, hope you're doing well, man. Glad I managed to catch a stream. It's Sam Cahill. Hey Sam, hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm just setting up a tarp at the moment, just battling the breeze, but it's died down now, so I'm going to go peg it in. Colin, afternoon all, hope you're doing well, buddy. Great to see you guys there over on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you just bear with me 1 second while I peg this out, I'll be back on camera. So I'm just going for a simple little lean-to there. And of course I twisted this tarp around, so I'm just going to quickly undo this toggle to allow me to untwist this out. I might not actually be able to, I might have to unpeg, guys. You know what, I forgot I twisted that ridge line. Not that it's too much of a drama. See, even the bushcraft king makes mistakes. Obviously I'm only joking. The bushcraft king thing is a great April Fool's, and I hope you guys enjoyed that the other day. The right to roam one. It's a bit of a laugh, but it has to be done. My other pegs there. Peg this side out, and you can see I've got a little bit of slack here on the top. I think that's caused by that branch under that other side, but that's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. I can sit down, snug back if I need to, so I'll bring you guys closer, get the backpack all opened up, and we'll get rolling. Let's bring you guys to about here. I'll double check the scene, make sure I'm not pointing at the camera. MC Nomad. That's so funny. If I pull it back a tiny bit there, I think that's a good frame of view for you guys. I'm not sure about CDs just yet, Paul, but we'll get there, I think, one day. I think I'd have to give them away at the moment. So I've got this awesome little sit mat here by Thornhill Ultra Heavy. Absolutely love his kit, and it's so nice to be able to, you know, just spread around. Sometimes I use those little foam pads, and although they're perfect and really comfortable, insulating, you know, they've got like an R value, they're just so small. So you're really limited to what you can do at camp. And I always find myself, you know, sliding around. Camp's never always perfectly flat. And yeah, I just end up having a wet patch on one part of my backside, or, you know, when I'm kneeling down, I end up kneeling off of it. So this is great. You can peg it out as well. It's got these lovely leather toggle tie outs, and there's loads of people who make them. Journeyman, Outhouse, Brown's Bushcraft. Thornhill has been a firm favourite of mine for his wax canvas stuff. It's just so hard wearing, and true to his name, ultra heavy. So yeah, a little bit of gear information for you guys there. So in terms of what we're going to cook up today, like I said, I'm going to go and throw back to my first ever YouTube video on Primal Nomad, which was the introduction to the channel. I looked back at it the other day and I was, you know, so baby-faced. It was crazy. 7 years ago I started this journey, so thank you to everyone who's been on this journey with me. Whether you were there from the beginning or have just found me, I appreciate each and every one of you. So yeah, that first ever journey I came out, I was in a pine bit of woodland, so that's the only difference. And I used my zebra billy can, which has been, again, a firm favourite of mine in my bushcraft kit for ages. This is the 12cm zebra billy can. Obviously comes with a lid and a little inner section. I got this when I was probably, I don't know, 8, 9 or 10, quite young. It was the first bit of bushcraft kit I properly got. I'd seen Ray Mears use it and I was like, that is the most awesome cooking pot ever. Really wanted it. So this was before they ever had the clips or the little holes in the handle. So I'm going to cook up gammon and eggs. Just basically cook up the gammon in the bottom of the billy can, add some butter in, scramble up some eggs with it, and it's a one-pan meal, but it's full of protein. It's so flavorful and it just keeps you going. And like I said, it's a nice little flashback to the first ever episode I did on the channel. So I thought that would be kind of nice, considering I'm in the first few live streams with you guys. And yeah, it's just a nice little throwback. Really tasty meal as well. So I won't take too long until I get cooking because I haven't eaten much today. So probably stage of things to do now, get the fire going. So I'll go get some firewood, get that sorted here. We're just going to have a small little fire on the ground. So last time I did a firebox stove with the Otzi grill. This time I'm just going to have a fire on the ground. So I'll show you how I go about making a fire on the ground in a situation like this, especially with wind. There's a few little layouts that you can do to try and prevent that and aid you, because remember, air is always the thing we need in a fire. So sometimes if you smother a fire too much, you're actually reducing the efficiency of it. So letting the wind do half of that work for you saves your lungs and just makes light work of it. The amount of times I've just got a fire going in the path of the wind and I've put the bundle of sticks behind it in the path and it's just fed into that and it's just worked a treat. So we'll have a little go at doing that. And like I said, I've got a really cool first edition book. I can't remember the author, but we'll have a little flick through together, and it's woodland stalking. So it's got loads of tips and information about woodland deer behavior, habitat that they like to frequent, and their kind of mannerisms, and how you as a stalker can hope to improve your chances of finding deer in this kind of environment. So that would be really awesome. We could learn a few bits together. And if there's any bits that you really liked when I'm talking, or anything that you think would be awesome to share with people. I think in the top right of Twitch, there's a little clipboard, looks like the action marker. If you click that button, you can create a clip of the last kind of 1 to 2 minutes. You can select what part of the clip you want to share, and then that will make it available for me to review. If I'm happy, I can put it on the channel and people can then watch back that tiny little 1-minute section of the stream if there's a little bit of information. So yeah, that's awesome. Awesome little feature of Twitch, and it's why I wanted to make sure I could stream on that platform as well. Obviously not counting out you guys on YouTube. So before I get started on the fire, let's have a little look at chat and see how we're doing. How do I clean off my wax wool, mate? Mine got a bit muddy last weekend. So I just tend to use warm water. Soap really will start to remove the wax. So just warm water and a gentle brush, or like a soft scrubbing brush, just like kind of circular action and slightly warm water. If you do need to add a tiny bit of soap, you can do, but then you'll probably get to the point where you'll need to re-wax it. And when I re-wax these, I use Barber Thorn Proof, and it's in a little tin, kind of like the Lyle's golden syrup or black treacle tins. Comes in that, and it's a clear, kind of like a paraffin wax, I guess. And as you apply it, it goes on really nicely and liberally, but has that kind of wet finish and wet look. If you want something with a dry feel, paraffin wax, I think they call it Greenland wax. It's a blend of beeswax and paraffin wax. That is a really good one, and it has a lovely dry finish. You rub the stick on and then you just either tumble dry it, but I wouldn't do that with wool. I'd get a hair dryer and blow that in. It will melt into the fabric and give it that protection as well. So we're going to get the fire going. Let's put these bits here. If you give me 1 second, I will just dismount my streaming pack from my backpack, so then I can move you guys a bit more freely without having to move my like backpack, which is quite heavy. It's got a lot of kit in there as well. So as a matter of fact, guys, I'm just going to put you on Be Right Back. So enjoy the music, maybe go make yourself a cup of tea, grab a refreshment. Like I said, I'm going to dismantle my backpack. I'll probably show you guys the streaming setup that I've got with me in a little while. And you can see the absolute maniac that I am and what I'm carrying in my bag. If I went through central London with this, they'd be like, what the hell have you got in there? Like, all the cables and everything, it looks a bit mental. So yeah, I'm just going to take that out, get that so it's connected to the tripod, so like I said, I can move it a little bit easier. I'll get my backpack all set up here. So give me 5 minutes, go enjoy, make yourself a drink and stuff, hit on Twitch !giveaway, and you can be entered into the giveaway for the Baerskin hoodie, which is an amazing prize. It's a Coyote brown medium-sized one. So like I said, !giveaway in chat over on Twitch will give you the link to go and enter to the giveaway. You get your first 2 tickets free, and the other ones only cost watching the stream. So nothing to lose. The odds are amazing. And when I get back, we'll get the fire going. We'll do a giveaway for you guys over on YouTube as well. That will be for one of my handmade soaps, and then we'll do one for my patches as well. So yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. And So, I believe we are back, and I've got my backpack here all free of my little streaming rig now. So let me just grab the prizes to show you guys what's on offer for today's stream. I will bring this a tiny little bit closer, and hopefully the field of view should be okay for you guys. So let me just double check. Let's have a little look, see if I'm in camera, in screen. Apache Pilot, whoop whoop. Yeah buddy, giveaway time is coming up very shortly, but it's always nice to tease what the prizes are. Obviously you can see here, I don't know if you can see here, but there's a Baerskin fleece on my backpack. That's not the one you're gonna win, don't worry, that's my one. But they are amazing, so windproof, and that's why I've chosen it for today. With that breeze coming in, this thing for a fleece is incredible. But in terms of prizes, we've got 2 Primal Nomad patches, which are going to be available to win today. So all you guys have got to do is just enter a few words into the chat when I say so. It will then randomly pick one of you from YouTube and from Twitch to then be entered into the patch giveaway. And one of you lucky viewers on both platforms can win. Then also we've got 2 different types of soap today. So last stream we just had the Sleep Easy, which is a lavender and chamomile, and Lynch 68 and Paul Liddell won the soaps, and the patches were won by William and Icebreaker. So well done to those guys last time. In fact, William, if you're viewing at the moment, if you are watching, definitely make sure you send over your address. I did reply to your email asking for it, but it'd be great to get your prize over to you. So the 2 soaps we've got today to win are going to be Sleep Easy and Cademan. Now, what I want you guys to do on both platforms, there's a good few of you on each platform, YouTube and Twitch at the moment. So there's Cademan, like I said, and Sleep Easy. Sleep Easy is lavender and chamomile. Cademan is essentially pine pitch. It's quite a wood smoky smell. It's based on juniper. It is juniper oil, juniper pitch. Cade is the Latin name for juniper, so that's why I've called it Cademan. My mum always used to joke with pine resin or pine pitch, pine tar soap, that you smelt like a caveman. So I thought Caveman seems like a fitting name. Again, these are all handmade by myself, and they're handmade packaging, everything like that. So I just want a quick show of hands in YouTube chat and Twitch chat. What one would be your soap that you would like to win? Because I have one of each, and only one platform can win 1 cent. So let's see if Twitch would prefer lavender or YouTube would prefer lavender. Let's just have a little quick show of hands. And there's also the Cademan one, which is a pine pitch wood smoky smell. So if there's either of those 2 that you would like to win, just drop it down in chat now, and I can get a little bit of a kind of idea of what one I should give away to what platform. And thank you so much for following John Slack Bushcraft. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for coming over to Twitch. Definitely type in chat ! giveaway, and you can enter in for the Baerskin hoodie. You get your first 2 tickets free, and the other ones you can purchase just with points for watching, so they don't cost you anything. And yeah, you get a maximum of 5 entries. So good luck, John, and thank you so much for following. So it seems like Twitch would like Cademan, and YouTube, Tom in the Forest loves the smell of pine. Well, this one actually isn't the smell of pine. This one's the smell of kind of pine smoke. But if that's still your thing, we'll go from there. Maybe we'll just do a lucky raffle, and we'll see what the winner would prefer. So in terms of fire, we're going to get fire going now. Like I said, going to do it straight on the ground. So I will turn the camera. You'll probably see me popping through and in and out of the scene while I'm gathering firewood. Other than that, just enjoy the bird song and the sound of the wind and the breeze. And I'm just going to forage some sticks up, put them back here, make a nice little base for the fire. We'll get that going, get a nice little ambiance, get the giveaway going and cook up some food. So I'm going to turn the camera this direction, and like I said, you'll probably see me collecting tinder and collecting kindling in the background. I won't bring the camera with me just for now. But I will bring the chat with me, so if any of you guys want to ask any questions while I'm doing so, feel free. Because now is your time when you've pretty much got me devoted, you got my undevoted attention. And you'll be able to hear the ASMR of me just collecting all these lovely dry twigs. We've got birch here, a bit of hazel, some ash. So everything that's going to burn really, really nice and lovely. And I'm looking for kind of matchstick thin twigs at the moment. Just things that are nice and dry. There's plenty of that with the wind at the moment, and lots that will have blown down from all this breeze. So I've already got quite a bundle of sticks here, which I'm going to start placing down, and I'm sure all of you guys are very clued up on tinder collection and have seen this 100,000 times before, but obviously being along for this live journey, I can't cut out some of the things that I would have cut out if I was doing a video. So I appreciate obviously your patience if you are a avid bushcrafter and all of this is your bread and butter like it is to me. But nevertheless, it's nice to have you along on the journey, and I will appreciate each and every one of your time today, because I know how valuable it is in today's society, but sometimes it's nice to just chill out, sit back, relax, and yeah, enjoy a stream. I know I do. There's quite a few streamers that I quite often watch as well, just to relax and listen to get away from the normality of life. I'm going to turn the camera this way now, just guys. The missus would like lavender, but you don't mind either. Awesome. But yeah, there's definitely some girly ones in the range of my soaps as well. I'm just going to be careful with this because this is actually an old hawthorn. So it's quite sharp, but it's dry as a bone. So really good kindling there. The lavender and chamomile is really lovely, Ellie Corbett. Thank you so much, Ellie. Glad you've been a great aid in my soap making journey, putting up with mess and scents everywhere. Yeah, it's been a long journey as well. So I'm just collecting all this dead standing hazel at the moment. There's a lot that's really good and dry. And that's really going to aid me in getting this fire started. So I'll turn the camera now, we'll start building the fire together. And if there's anything you guys would like to see me do on the stream, would like to see me cover, please do drop any suggestions down in chat. That's what makes all of this worthwhile. Oh. I think we lost a bit of signal moving there. 1 second, guys. But yeah, anything that you guys could think of to make this fulfilling for you is the most important thing. And obviously I appreciate you guys bearing with me while I get used to streaming this while I get all the angles correct. Like I said before, it's a lot harder than doing a bushcraft video. So I hope you can see now. I'm going to just move my kneeling pad a little bit closer so that I can start building this fire. Bust a little freestyle off the cuff, brother. Okay, let's have a little think. Right, put me on the spot. I'm not used to normally freestyling, but we'll give it a go for you. Let's have a think. Snapping up the twigs and the logs, looking out for the deer and hogs, because I got my ferro rods. I don't know. That's so funny. I love it. I need to get a tinny in me, I think, Sean. Or I need a little bit of motivation. You need to come and sit by and give me a little beat. So I'm just preparing all this kindling at the moment. I've got some really nice dry birch, small little matchstick thin bits here. And as I go, as you saw here, I've just been building a little platform as I get round to those thickness of sticks. That just keeps it off the ground because it's quite wet here at the moment. There's a lot of moisture in the clay. So it's worth preparing. Preparation is definitely key when it comes to firelight, and I'm sure you all know. Where did I get the antler toggles? I'd like to get some for my ridgeline. So, as a matter of fact, they're not actually antler toggles as per se, they're just bits of antler. You can buy them. I think I got those at the Bushcraft show from a little trader, but places like Pets at Home do sell antler. You can normally get some little tines there. And then all I did was drill a hole straight through that I could thread the 2 bits of cord or the loop of cord through, tie a knot, and that gives you an area to then prusik. I will do a video or a little short on making some if you'd like me to, Tom. Yes, Sean, I love it, bro. Sorry, it was a bit of a short freestyle, but I'll try and get one impromptu one on in a little bit once I've thought of some inspiration. So thank you to all you guys viewing over on YouTube and on Twitch. Really do appreciate it. If any of you guys want to come over to Twitch, you can enter the Baerskin giveaway. It's free to join Twitch, always will be. It's really simple to do, and all you got to do is follow the channel, enter the giveaway, and you get your first 2 entries for free, and the other 3 entries out of the 5 maximum you get for free as well, just by watching on Twitch. But there are going to be some giveaways for you guys on YouTube, so just stay tuning in there, and before long you will have an opportunity to win some soaps and some patches. I'm almost there, getting all this fire prep done. You can see how dry this timber is. Sounds just like a crackle of a fire, which is exactly what you want. And the good thing about bringing longer bits around camp like that and doing all your prep here is, yeah, most of the little bits fall off. So let's get going. Bit of stropping going on here, dude. Satisfyingly relaxing. Yeah, buddy, I love a good strop on a knife. In fact, that's all I've done with my Evo Pro. I've only stropped it, I haven't sharpened it. It doesn't need much, so yeah, stropping's definitely one of those things to do with your knives to keep it sharp. Tom in the Forest, that would be awesome to see you make some. I'll have to have a look at Pets at Home. I'm not sure if I'll be at the Bushcraft show, so I'll keep an eye out for some. Yeah, no worries, buddy. And yeah, it's something, it's not too hard to do. There might even be places you can order them online, so if I find a place I'll send you a message, but I'll definitely do a little short on making some and how to attach them onto a ridgeline. So I'm just going to get my knife out now, guys, and my kindling. And kindling is here. In amongst the Baerskin hoodie. And right, we are ready to get a little bit of firelighting going. I'll probably move the camera a tiny bit closer, just again so you guys can see preparation, tinder preparation, getting that transferred over to here, getting the fire going. I'm going to get my little mat as well, because like I said before, with it being so damp, it's always beneficial to keep your tinder insulated off the ground. I used to battle all the time with lighting fires just on to the logs here, and although that's good, they roll around, your tinder can fall in between, so starting on something like this, you can then simply tip it up and transfer it over. So I'm going to be using some birch bark here. I've got some nice little ribbons that I've collected off of some trees in the past, and that's been drying in my tinder pouch. There's plenty of birch around in the local area, so I can show you in a little while where you can find that to collect for your own tinder bags. Colin, back soon, bud, just going to get some food. No worries, Colin. Thank you so much for tuning in, mate. Really appreciate it. I hope everything's doing well up there in Wales. Cannot wait to see you all. And yes, it's long overdue. So like I said, I'll bring the camera in closer, get you a nice view on this tinder and this fire lighting situation. And we'll see how we get on. How's that view, guys? Is that a bit too close? Let's have a little look. I think you can see everything there, am I correct? Yes. You can see all of that. Maybe I turn it a tiny bit to the right there. Perfect. The bearded Toby, thank you so much for following. Absolute gentleman, really appreciate it. And welcome over to the Twitch live stream. I have been doing this for about an hour and a bit now. It's my second live stream over here on Twitch and YouTube, although I've got an established YouTube channel, Primal Nomad Bushcraft. So welcome in, thank you so much for following. Definitely check out the giveaway by typing !giveaway over there on Twitch, and you'll be able to have a chance at winning a Baerskin hoodie. So I'm just going to buff this birch bark up with my knife just to get a nice pile of powder. I'm only using the tip of the knife there, and I'm on the external face of the bark because it's a really thick piece here, so I can gather up that really fine material that would take a spark. like so. Because I've feathered that, I can almost cut that off, like so. Got a nice pile of dust there. And I find birch bark is always so reliable. I'll try and go here just birch bark, no fat wood, although I've got my fat wood to prep if I do need it, because it is quite windy. So I'm just going to get a few ribbons of this birch bark, and I like to just tear them like little tails, because birch bark curls up really quickly. So if you get some little ribbons, not only can they catch a little bit easier, but they can also curl up independently and not put each other out. If it's one big bit of birch bark and you get that on fire, sorry, just protecting that from the wind, if that all caught on fire, the whole thing could curl up and it would put itself out very quickly. By putting those little tears in, as I said, you get these slight rolls, but you can turn that upside down on itself and start to catch each of those flames. It's just a little trick that I've kind of learned over time. I can't remember where I first heard about it or discovered it, or if it's just something over time, but one of those things that definitely helps. So again, we shouldn't need loads of kindling here, loads of tinder. I've got some birch bark to the rescue at the back if I do need to add any more, but we'll just try and basically get this pile going, start to ignite these, transfer that onto this bottom platform. I'll just cover that from the wind for a second, and then we can add the kindling on top. Probably hear my stomach groaning then. I'm definitely ready for this meal. So I'm just going to flick again ever so lightly down. Just to get a little flame. We're going to start to transfer that over onto my little platform. Get that birch going and grab some of these dry twigs, drop them in. You can see there's a little bit of hawthorn there, and it actually just went into my thumb. Typical. Hawthorn's got a little poison on the tip, so if you can, just a little spit, suck it out as soon as it goes in, generally helps. And as those flames start to rise, you can see the wind's pushing it that way, so I'll get some of these sticks over on that side just to take it through. Get some of this ash and hazel twigs over the top. And we're away like Scott. So it doesn't take long when you got the prep right. Birch bark's a great aid. I followed on Twitch whilst watching here, as I've seen you're on both. When's the next collab with EAB? Oh, thank you so much, the bearded guy. The next video with East Anglian Bushcraft will hopefully be, I'd say in the next month or so for sure, but we're just both so busy, which is great. It's nice to be busy. But I appreciate you coming over onto Twitch as well. Really is appreciated. And of course, just remember you can enter the giveaway for the Baerskin fleece on Twitch as well. Nigel, great to see you using fat wood. Yeah, it's something I always have in my kit. On the outside, it's waterproof, so it can just be hanging there, and it's a great aid, gets you out of trouble, and backups are always a great thing to have as a bushcrafter. So just build that up. And then we'll move this back a little bit. And as a matter of fact, like I normally do, I'll draw a ring around the fire. And you can see how breezy it is, guys. It's definitely going to flambe the gammon. So I think we're in the camera angle, which is great news. So let's have a little look at getting a giveaway going for you guys to win. And I think we'll go for the soaps first. So if you guys can give me a few minutes, I'm just going to sit behind the camera. I'll let the camera have a little look at the fire. I'm going to be tapping away, doing the live stream, making sure that that's all the live stream giveaway. I'm making sure that's going to be all ready and for you guys to enter. You guys are going to have to enter a word in the chat. We'll wait 5 minutes. Once all of you guys have entered, then you can draw. I can draw the prize winner for the giveaway. So it will be for the soaps. There will be a caveman one, which is juniper pitch. There'll be a lavender and chamomile one, both handmade by myself, Primal Nomad soaps. So yeah, give me a few seconds. Hello Norm W64, greetings from Paraguay. Thank you so much. That is amazing. It is incredible that you're all the way over, watching from all the way over there. I really appreciate you coming over and viewing, and thank you so much for just tuning in. It means the world. Just having a little fire here, doing some bushcraft. I'm about to cook up a meal and we're going to be doing a tiny little giveaway. So I'm just going to put the scene on, be right back, go behind the camera, just work out the logistics of the giveaway, make sure everything's ready, that Nightbot's going to behave. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Go get yourself a drink, go get yourself a little snack or something, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you so much. Why can't I change scenes? Right, I think we are back. Sorry, it might change scenes a few times because I was trying to get it to change. So hopefully we are back in with the camera and you can see me, guys. So the giveaway is up and running now on both Twitch and YouTube. So all you need to do is the same as the last time when you were on the stream. If you just want to enter the words clean me, one word, clean me, in chat, that will enter you into the giveaway. So I will type it in chat now so you guys can see. If there's anyone on the YouTube side of things that can also type that so anyone else can see, that would be awesome. Yeah, you just got to type in one word, clean me, and that will enter you into the giveaway to win one of my handmade soaps. So, and then you'll get to choose whoever wins what one you want, and we'll probably go with YouTube first because YouTube's my main platform, and then Twitch. There we are, I can see all you guys entering in chat, so that is exactly what you've got to do. Over the next 5 minutes, all you've got to do is enter the word clean me into chat and you will be entered into the giveaway. I can hear my phone saying clear me, clear me, clear me. I love it, it's amazing. That is perfect. So I'm seeing plenty of entries coming in. That's amazing. Tuffers, the bearded guy, Wild Sea, Empty Fury, Paul Little, Paul Rawlings, sorry, Nigel Outdoors, Jamie Starnes, Just Jamie 82, Icebreaker, Scott 9876, Tom in the Forest, Dean Shelley's Wild Camping. Make sure even mods, I think we've got one moderator in the chat at the moment, Apache Pilot, make sure you enter as well, buddy. It's open for everyone. You can do it on both, so yeah, by all means, there's no way I can stop you. I think it does calculate the odds worked on, you know, as one user, but I'm not sure if it knows who the users are, so by all means, go and have a little go, buddy. The more the merrier. John Slack Bushcraft, Apache Pilot, great to see you guys all entering. If there's any more viewers over there on Twitch or on YouTube, like I said, the giveaway's running right at the moment. Type in clean me, one word, into the chat like you can see everyone else is doing, and you get a chance to win one of my homemade lard soaps. So there is a Cademan juniper pitch one, which is sandalwood and juniper pitch. There is also lavender and chamomile, which is a lovely kind of sleepy one, right ready for bed, whereas the other one is when you want to feel like you've been out in the woods and you haven't been able to get that lovely smell of wood smoke on you. But it's great, it's a great antioxidant, it's really good for your skin, and it makes you feel nice and revitalized, and the blocks last for a good long time. So yeah, type in clean me in the chat if you haven't done. The bearded Toby, Paul Little, I think we're almost there, but if there's anyone who's just tuned in, I think we've just had a few over on YouTube tune in. If you type in clean me into the chat, you get a chance to win one of my handmade soaps. I'm just going to get this fire built up a tiny little bit more. We're getting a really nice bed of embers there, which is perfect, but we can just draw those ends that have burnt through now, bring them into the middle. That's one of the great things about this kind of, it's quite an ad hoc fire lay. There's nothing special to it, but all of the ends, obviously, you can just keep working into the middle and you're already getting pre-dried out timber there, ready for your fire. And after winds like this, it's not far that you've got to reach before you find some nice dry wood. There's plenty of oak twigs and ash twigs that have blown down throughout this. I think it's Storm Kathleen. So that's just perfect as a bushcrafter because it means you don't have to do much fire prep, which I absolutely love. So, I am a Nightbot. Oh, what's up, people? Jason Cole, really great to see you tune into the stream, buddy. I always appreciate you commenting on my videos, so thank you so much for dropping in. there's a little giveaway going on at the moment. As you can see, people are typing the word clean me into the chat, one word. That enters you into the giveaway if you do want to win some soaps. We've got about another minute until I'm going to close the giveaway, so if there's anyone else who's just joined chat, type clean me in, get a chance to win one of my handmade soaps, and I'll get that shipped over to you express this week. Little bit of wind coming in there. Good to watch for widow makers. But I'm fairly good in this spot. Like I said, I've got a nice clear view of the sky there, which I think is why the broadcast is working so well. So I'm going to give you the last 30 seconds now for anyone who's in chat to type the word clean me, one word clean me, into chat. You get entered into the giveaway to win a handmade soap, and then we will roll to see who wins, and yeah, we can go from there about getting it sent over to you. And it is a huge pleasure to be streaming to you guys today. It's a lovely Sunday. We've got the sun just beaming through the canopy over there. The woodland, it's just dead quiet. There's not many people up here, which is lovely. I think the wind puts a lot of people off. But as long as you're safe and you, like I said, keep your eyes above, make sure you're looking out for those widow makers, you can have a really good time. It's a good signal, buddy. Thank you so much. And Jason, I noticed you didn't enter the giveaway, so if you do want to enter the giveaway, make sure you type in clean me, buddy. If not, I'm gonna close it in a few seconds and we'll get the draw going. I'm just gonna have a drink, so excuse me for 1 second. Right, so with that, I am going to draw the giveaways. So, a big good luck to everyone who's entered. We're gonna roll YouTube first. So, let's just double check we've got everyone in the chat is entered. Yes, please, drum roll, please. And there we have it. The bearded guy.
The bearded guy has won the giveaway.
Well done, buddy. You've won the giveaway. So, what soap would you like, my man? Congratulations.
No.
Jason, no, that is fine. Yeah, what would you like, the bearded guy? There is a choice between the lavender and chamomile, which is called Sleep Easy, or there is Cademan, which is a juniper pitch, kind of wood smoky with sandalwood in it.
Giveaway.
Oh, smoke in the eyes there. So let me know down in the chat below what one you would like, the bearded guy, and we will get that shipped straight over to you. Thank you, Tom. And I'm going to do the Twitch giveaway now as well. So we'll go over to Twitch side. We'll get Nightbot selecting one of you lucky winners to win.
Congrats, bearded guy.
Whew. Okay, so unfortunately, it didn't actually register the people in Twitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a random user from Twitch, because I know all of you guys in Twitch have been active. You all typed in clean me. I saw all of the entrants. So I'm going to choose a quick winner.
Again, and thank you.
The flavors or the scents, the bearded guy, I wouldn't suggest you eat them. They are Cademan, so juniper pitch, which is a wood smoky kind of smell. It's got some sandalwood in there, so it is a lovely kind of like pine tar soap, like the old-fashioned coal tar. Or there's lavender and chamomile, which is a very nice one before bed. I called it Sleep Easy, so it should help you sleep nice and easy. So yeah, let me know what one you want to get and I will do that. I'm just going to pick a winner now from the Twitch side of things, and hopefully we'll see who gets to win on the Twitch side. If the command works. Did that command work?
Drum roll, please.
You might have to hold on the drum roll for 1 second. So let's just see.
Well done, bearded guy.
Okay, so we'll get a drum roll in 1 second. I do apologise about this, guys, as well. It's always hard to...
Congrats, buddy. Caveman soap sounds epically. My arms are hurting from all these drum rolls.
Caveman soap sounds epically. That's amazing. Yeah, it's actually called Cademan, C-A-D-E-M-A-N. I just did it as a funny little play on the word caveman. So let's have a little look at the
Hashtag weather.
command. Right. Oh, I need to get a weather command actually, Jason. Thank you for reminding me. So I'm going to do a command to pick a winner from the Twitch side. Again, last drum roll. Thank you very much.
And the winner is...
And there we are. The winner is Paul Liddell. So that is the second time you've won on the stream. I think you got a patch last time, so you've now completed your collection with a soap. Well done, buddy. That means the world. So I guess you're getting a lavender and chamomile one, Paul, as long as that's all good. If you did want a different scent, of course, just let me know as well. But a massive well done, buddy. Yeah, really well done. I'm glad that little giveaway won. I saw you entered on the Twitch side. So there we have it. The two soaps, I've got them in a plastic bag here just because I want them to be nice and clean, obviously. So Paul's just won the Sleep Easy lavender and chamomile soap, and the Cademan one, I believe, was the bearded guy, I think. Is that how did I get it wrong? Yes, juniper. The bearded guy got the juniper soap. So the next giveaway will be for some Primal Nomad patches. We'll probably do that in about an hour or so. I'm going to get some grub cooking up, so we'll get through the prep of getting that all cut up. It's quite a simple one-pot meal what I'm about to do here, and then while that's cooking up, we'll have a little chat about some deer stalky bits. So massive well done, Paul. I will get the patch and the soap over to you, and yeah, there will be another giveaway very shortly, like I said. But if you're over here on Twitch, make sure you do type in !giveaway, and you can be entered into the Baerskin fleece giveaway, which is probably the biggest one for the channel. They're really good bits of kit. They cost quite a lot of money, so you're going to save yourself a lot if you do manage to win it. And of course, the odds are really good at the moment. Because I'm such a new streamer to Twitch, there's not many entrants. So the odds are in your favours if you do come over from YouTube over to Twitch and enter. We'll still buy some at the show. We'll collect prize and wins at the show. Perfect. Thanks ever so much, Paul. I'll make sure I get that over to you at the show. So I'll move the camera back a tiny bit, guys. Or actually, I'll move it a little bit closer to here. And we will get cooking camera going. So I'm just building up the fire, collecting a few sticks. Like I said, there's loads and loads of deadfall around at the moment, so I'm not having to look too far, which is my idea of heaven. When's the next video out? So the next video is going to be coming out this week. I was down at Josh Feardwood's woodland down there in the south of England with the state detective. I surprised Josh with an appearance at his woodland, and yeah, we had a lovely camp, cooked up some great food, recorded a podcast. We got to see some sneak peeks of some new knives that Josh is working on. Got to shoot a few bits of like air rifle practice, which was great fun actually, and it was nice to catch up with Steve. The state detective is a great guy, and I implore all of you, if you haven't tried his sauces, to order some, you can use the code Woadsman20 on his website to get a little discount. That's from our podcast. And if not, if you're going to the Bushcraft show, definitely go and check out his stall. Getting a really good bed of embers here going now. I watch you on my TV on YouTube, but I can't get Twitch on it. Paul Rawlings. That's fair enough, Paul. You can get the application on your mobile phone. There is a Twitch application if you did want to follow on there and enter the giveaway. Like I said, you get your 2 first tickets for free anyway, so it's not like you have to watch the stream to enter the giveaway. So if you did want to do that, there is that option as well, and that way you can still keep watching on your YouTube TV as well. It is unfortunate that I can't do the giveaway for the Baerskin hoodie on YouTube Live. It's just how the giveaway system works. But like I said, if you do follow on Twitch and enter the giveaway, your first 2 tickets are free and means you don't have to watch anything on Twitch as well. So let's have a little preparation of some food. I've got my zebra billy can there, guys, as you can see, and I've got this really lovely chopping board in my backpack, which was gifted to me at Christmas a few years back by a friend. Lovely bit of oak plank, and it just had a piece of copper pipe put through as an eyelet, just a normal piece of water copper pipe, and I thought it was a really elegant way to do things. Am I doing a Lavu again this? Am I doing Lavu again this year, buddy? Wild AMC Beauty. Is that Lavu on the farm? I do believe so. I'd love to be going up there. It is a great show. I had a really good laugh last time. So yeah, if I can make it up, it would be amazing. You over up Scotland way? I'm on the east coast of Scotland, but from Somerset, the bearded guy. Oh, that's amazing, buddy. Yeah, I've got some good friends down in Somerset, and I love Scotland. So it sounds like our paths will definitely cross. Nigel Outdoors, I can't wait for the show now. Looking forward to seeing you all there. Make sure to come around, just look for the Lavus, our Ross area. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone going to the Bushcraft show, look out for Colin and Nigel. They run the Lavu section at the Bushcraft show, and a great job they do of it as well, displaying all of the kind of stretch Lavus, modified ones. Considering they were some of the pioneers in getting that stuff moving in the bushcraft scene, it would be great for you guys to have a chat with them. Jason, the channel via mobile is streaming good, less dropout now. That's perfect. I'm so glad to hear. And in fact, I have to give a big shout out to Darkless from IRL Plus. If you type in !IRL kit into chat, it'll bring you up a little pop-up to the place where I bought a lot of my 3D printed kind of cases for my IRL streaming, little fans for the backpack and stuff, and he's actually been helping me out with this stream setup and advised me of a really good cable to get that would stop the dropout. So it turned out the HDMI cable I had was causing electromagnetic interference. It was acting as a big antenna because it was poorly shielded. So the Amazon cable that I now have, the Amazon Basics one, funnily enough, is actually shielded amazingly, and thus far, touch wood, we haven't had any dropouts. And I'm really glad to hear that the quality is much better. So I've got some gammon here, just in this bag, which I'm going to get onto this chopping board. Nice one. It was great to see you, Steve, TSD, and Karen's Gone Wild there. Hoping to go again too. Yeah, it was, honestly, it was such a great social event, Lavu on the farm. Really surprised me, because I'd heard little bits about it. Oh, just my computer just fell over. I hope that didn't cause a dropout. I apologise if it did. Yeah, it was a great event in terms of networking, and really surprising with the amount of people that were there. Right, so I'm just going to cut this gammon. You can see how tender this is, straight from a butcher, and you can see how sharp that knife is. It just glides through it. This is the Evo Pro from Feared Woods. I'm really not putting any pressure on that at all. And this has just been one of those knives that I've just stropped, so it hasn't touched the sharpening stone. So what I'm going to do is just cube this gammon up into little chunks, bite-sized chunks, which not only aids in the speed it cooks in, but obviously aids in eating. It means you don't have to use a knife in the bottom of the billy can to try and cut up your gammon, which is generally a tender meat anyway because it's been cured, but still, it's just an easy way. We like things simple when we're camping. It's nice to get complicated with meals, but don't get me wrong, myself and Tom Back Garden Bushcraft, we often go all out, you know, KFC in the woods, but make it ourselves. Done that before, and it's great fun, but sometimes simple is nice, especially when you're doing a live stream. There's a lot to think about, and one pot meals are always very well received in my videos. People like the simplicity of them, and like I said, this is a bit of a throwback to my first ever video on YouTube as Primal Nomad Bushcraft, where this is the exact meal that I cooked. So I hope the view's okay for you guys there, and I hope you are enjoying the stream. I really am grateful of you guys tuning in and spending your Sunday with me. So I'm just going to get this fat off of this gammon starting to render up in the bottom of that billy cam. And that will add an element of natural oil to this. So I'm going to place the billy can on a few embers on this side, just in the path of the wind. Hello, sorry guys, and thank you very much, Ellie. I'm not sure what happened there. Thank you so much. Is that any better? If you could let me know. Hey, thank you. I was so engulfed in getting that gammon into the pan that I didn't realise and look at chat, so thank you so much. You are an amazing community, you got my back, and I massively appreciate that. So all I was saying there is I was trying to get the pan on this side of the fire. Right, I'm going to have to go with my in-camera microphone. I think the battery must be dying on this. So I wonder if you guys can hear me now. If you can't hear me, if you give me 1 second, I should have a resolution. Okay, so basically my little transmitter had just lost connection because it had actually died, which is funny. So I'm just going to quickly plug that into a power bank, and then I'll reconnect that, and you'll get a bit of a better sound quality. Or is that acceptable now? Hopefully there's no wind noise. Can you hear me okay, or was the other microphone considerably better? I just don't want it to be a struggle for you guys to hear. Sorry Jason about the adverts. I will in the future try and make, I'll try and investigate how to make them less frequent, and to be able to do it so I can schedule them for a specific time. For example, when I press the be right back, it will then run the adverts when I'm having a quick 5-minute break, and obviously most of you guys will be hopefully making a cup of tea or grabbing yourself a drink or a snack. So I'll try and do that in the future, and thank you for bearing with. Okay, the other mic is better. In that case, we're getting a charge, boy. We're not having any half steps on this stream. We've got to let you guys have full audio. Oh, it's definitely windy. I think the other mic will be better for wind noise. Right. Is that working? I think it is. Yep, we're in action. Right, there we are guys. Chief Scout Outdoors, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much. The Fun Employed Adventurer. What up, Liam? Not much, buddy. We're just cooking up some gammon in this billy can at the moment, a nice 12 centimetre zebra billy can. So I've just got a nice bed of embers around. I haven't got a massive fire because I don't need it today. So just something, a nice little bit of ambiance, something to cook. And I've got some gammon going nicely in there. You can see if I lift it up, the gammon is starting to cook nice and thoroughly through. There's a nice bit of liquid in the bottom there, which is going to help when I scramble the eggs in there with it. Fair bit of wind above at the moment, so I'm just monitoring again for any widow makers, any potential falling branches. So any of you guys over on YouTube, if you're watching and you don't know already, there is a giveaway about to happen once I've cooked up this meal for some morale patches, some Velcro backed Primal Nomad morale patches. Also on Twitch, if you register and watch over on Twitch, you get a chance to enter, or you do get to enter the Baerskin giveaway. Then you can win a Baerskin hoodie, fleece. It's a Coyote brown one, and that is limited to Twitch only. But the other giveaways, like I said, we had one earlier running for some soaps. So yeah, really, really happy that Paul Little won one of the soaps, and the bearded guy won the other one. So in fact, the bearded guy, could you do me a favor? Could you send me a message either on Twitch or on my Instagram at Primal Nomad? If you send it over on Twitch, obviously I know it would be the bearded Toby. Just send me over your address and I'll make sure I get that Juniper Cademan soap over to you. Hi Janet, really good to have you back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just currently cooking up some gammon in this zebra billy can. It's about cooked up now, so what I'm going to do is crack 2 eggs in. These 2 eggs, special eggs for the stream. First eggs I crack on stream, and of course they're homegrown eggs. Pepper, our lovely mottled leghorn chicken, laid that one, and Lottie, who is a Colombian chicken, laid this one. So we'll get those cracked in, and I love to just scramble this in one pan. It's really good and easy. And yes, Chief Scout, a widowmaker definitely would make a funny outtake. Strong old eggs on pepper, strong shells. Yeah, so I just scramble the gammon and the eggs up together, just keep it stirring. And it's kind of almost like a gammon omelette all in one pan. It's absolutely lovely. You'll send it on Insta. Would you recommend jet boil? Yes, the bearded guy, yeah, definitely send it over on Instagram. Just put in a little screenshot of your username and handle for YouTube, or just a screenshot of this chat with you and your username visible, and that'll be fine. I'll get it sent over to you. Would I recommend jet boil? I personally have only ever used jet boils that aren't my own. I don't have one, and I've always been thoroughly impressed. So if I was going to be in a scenario where that was important to me, I probably would end up getting a jet boil myself, yes, if I was out on the mountains. The Fun Employed Adventure. On a hike right now, taking shelter in a pub. The wind is mad in the peaks. Better get rolling. Enjoy your dinner, bud. Thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope the rest of your hike goes well. And if not, you know, the pub is never a bad place to seek refuge. So Definitely thank you so much for tuning in. I will enjoy my dinner 100%. It's just scrambling up now, which is going to be lovely. And yeah, I cannot wait to get this down me, and I bet you can't wait to finish your hike. So good luck, buddy. Yeah, Jason, the storm is very windy today. It's unreal, actually. At points it's really calm, and other points it just comes in so blustery. I'll keep those tissues aside in the top here with that bit of butter. And we're almost there. So I'll show you guys what's going on in the pan. I've obviously got the butter and the gammon, but the eggs are scrambling up in there, and they're staying nice and soft and not going rubbery because of the liquid from the gammon, which is why I love this meal so much. You get a really nice bacony, gammony scrambled egg. And it doesn't have to dry out too much, which is always the case when you're doing eggs in the woods. It can go from a lovely egg to a burnt, charred mess very quickly. So again, I know I keep saying it, thank you to all of you guys for tuning in today. It means the world to have you guys supporting me on my live streams, and it's a lovely format to be sharing it with you guys. Quite often when you're doing videos, you know, you're up here doing it, and it's nice to be able to include all the parts that normally you can't fit into a video without it being like a 4-hour long feature film. Which was funny, I had a comment on one of the live streams the other day. They said, this is not Hollywood, it's YouTube, you know, but he understood it was about the live stream. So, but it was quite funny because when I looked back, I was thinking, yeah, a 4.5 hour long video is a hell of a long time. But when it is a live stream format, time seems to fly, and you can listen to it in the background, crack on with other things, and tune in at different periods. And I'm still here doing my thing. So I think that's about cooked now. There we are, some nice, lovely scrambled eggs mixed with some gammon. So if you excuse me, I'm just gonna move the camera back a tiny little bit, rake the fire in, just make sure that that's all good, and start munching. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I want you to all reply in chat. Would you like the camera to be pointing out at the forest, pointing down at the fire, or pointing at me while I'm eating? But obviously I'll probably have the microphone just separate for a second, just so you're not hearing me slobber down my food. But let me know, and we'll see what the general consensus is. That sounds nice. Today I have pot noodles. Oh, brilliant, buddy. Pot noodles always a cracker though, Jason. Jack Whiskey, sorry you're late. No worries at all, my man. Honestly, it's you're never late. You arrive precisely when you mean to, sir. Can we not get Ellie drifting the truck around the campfire, turn it into an action movie? I'm sure we can in the future, 100% Chief Scout. It's like we're there. Oh, that's brilliant. Even though it's 4.5 hours, the time flew by. I'll have some cayenne on mine, please. I've had my jet boil for at least 17 years. In fact, I met the present Miss Rawlins at the waterfalls in Wales and made her a cup of tea using my British Army ORPs. Paul, you've just sold the jet boil, I think, there. You found Mrs. Rawlins through the jet boil. That's amazing. Destiny. You, as that would be normal POV. Perfect, no worries. Lord of the Rings reference. Woo! Yes, you know, Cameron. Absolutely love it. I don't know why it timed you out for 30 seconds, sorry. Not you, as I'm hungry and waiting for my Sunday roast. All right, well, what I'll do is I will just have it on general camp. but I won't have it up in my face. I don't think any of you would like to see that anyway. So let me just move this setup backwards. Let's have a little look at how that's performing. Whew, the wind is definitely pushing that down. I have to pin my tarp further back. Right. That's incredible. Oh. That is so tasty. Why haven't I done this in like 7 years? Like I said, I did this meal, my first ever video on YouTube. I came up to the woods, got a tarp, set up, talked about what I aim to do with Primal Nomad, which I think I've stuck fairly true to, just sharing my journey. And it's great to have you guys along. I've made so many great friends throughout the channel, each and every one of you guys watching. So yeah, nice little throwback, and damn, it's a tasty meal. So get yourself a bit of gammon next time, and a few eggs, a bit of butter. Such a nice one pot bit of protein. Setup looks great, thank you. Yeah, it's very primitive, and the wind's obviously blowing in this way, but that was the main reason. I didn't want wind on my back, so I thought if that gets most of it off, it's helpful. And in a short while, we'll have a little look at a book that I brought with me. I'll pull it out now. Practical Woodland Stalking. Really old book, this, by Colin Elford, and it is the first edition Practical Woodland Stalking. So it's got loads of bits in here about tracks, game preparation, habitat, what to look out for. So we'll just have a little flick through and see what we can find about roe deer. Loads of little birds around. Loads of little tits, like blue tits, flying around, whipping around the hazel. A few hornbeams around as well. Tom in the forest. Always like going back and watching you and Craig's very first videos to see how far you guys are coming to learn new things. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I think that is one of the nicest things about cataloguing adventures on YouTube, being able to look back. It gives you guys obviously the chance to look at our journey, but then even myself, I get to go back and live those trips again, which, yeah, I think I took for granted at the beginning of YouTube, but now I just love it. It's so nice and refreshing to look back at where you started, or look back at previous trips with people, especially those that we've lost, like Bill Kincaid, rest in peace, you know. Hello, Thomas from Northern Carolina. No, Northern California, sorry, not Northern Carolina. Thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Always appreciate you commenting on YouTube and tuning in. So yeah, really good to have you here live. Just cooked up some gammon and scrambled eggs, so I'm just having that now as a one-pot meal. just letting the fire kind of die down gently. I'll keep adding some smaller twigs to it. But yeah, we're just having a nice time. Going to be doing a little giveaway shortly for some morale patches, so make sure you enter that as well. And anyone who's over on Twitch who's just joined, make sure you type !giveaway and you can join the giveaway for the Baerskin fleece. The bearded guy, have a good stream. I'm off for the beach walk or fly with the wind here. I'll message on Insta in a bit. Thanks for the win. No worries at all, dude. Thank you so much for tuning in, and massive congratulations on getting the soap, the Juniper Cademan soap. Definitely send me over an Instagram with that screenshot and I'll get it straight over to you. Enjoy your walk, and yeah, stay nice and grounded out of that wind. Can't wait for barbecue season and lamb kebabs again, Jason Cole. Oh, you got it going now, man. Lamb kebabs are amazing. I love barbecue season. One of our friends, Lee Bundy, he makes something called Bundy beans, and they're like these barbecued smoked beans with hot dog and bacon. Oh, it's absolutely incredible. It's one of the best dishes at barbecue season. Yeah, Thomas, it is absolutely delicious. So excuse me for eating while I'm on stream. It's just a part of the live stream. You guys get to come on the adventure, catch up with everything I get up to, be along for the whole ride, and share some really nice times. So get to know a few people in chat. I'm sure there'll be familiar faces if this becomes a regular thing, which I'm really hoping it will do. Yeah, Tom, Bill Kincaid was one of a kind, very special man, lovely, kind soul. Yeah, really great chap, and always just filled with happiness. A great smile on him, and I know he's there whenever we go out wild camping. He's always there with us. So, kindred spirits. I tell you what, that is such a tasty meal. You forget how well the gammon, obviously gammon and bacon go really well with eggs anyway, but that kind of infuses the eggs with the gammon juices. It doesn't stick, it's really nice and clean. And the scrambled eggs aren't rubbery, they're just that perfect soft texture. Like I said, it's really hard to get scrambled eggs good in the woods. So chuck in a bit of gammon, or a bit of ham, I guess for you guys over in America. Cured ham, like a slice of that. It's really good. I feel blessed to have met Bill. What a lovely guy, Paul Liddell. Yeah, 100%. I think everyone who met him said that. Chief Scout Outdoors on YouTube says, definitely enter for the Baerskin. Angie, I have them and we literally haven't taken them off. They are great for wind stopping, perfect dog walking, filling pockets with poo bags and snacks. 100%. They're so windproof. They've got, like you said, loads of pockets and really comfortable and very generous sizing as well. How's the truck coming along, my friend? Actually really well, Thomas, thank you. Yeah, the truck's one of those things, I have bursts of inspiration and then it gives me bursts of necessary inspiration when it decides to break. So at the moment she's been behaving well, so I'm just taking it steady and just enjoying it while it lasts. Looking forward to camping season though, especially the Bushcraft show, because I'll be able to utilise the camp kitchen that I've been building and some of the drawers and just kind of have that kind of overland feel, which is nice. You don't always get to use that over here in the UK. Needs some Blue Dragon chili sauce for the kick. Now that would be a shout. Just checking again for wind. Yeah, sweet chili with this would be amazing. Am I woodland or field camping this year? And that will be at the Bushcraft show. So I think we're going to do a combination of the two. So probably woodland camping, but on the edge of the woodland, so it's a transition from an overland camp to a woodland camp. I think that would be quite nice, because both myself and Ellie love the sleeping in the woods, but it's nice to have the amenials and like the fridge and the bits and bobs that you need at a show for like 3 or 4 days at the car as well. Chief Scout Outdoors, definitely get the sizing right. I'm normally double XL, and you have the XL and still loads of room. Yeah, that's one thing I was really happy with, because normally overlayers, obviously it's a windproof layer, you want that kind of as your outer shell, unless it's the rainproof jacket over the top. But generally speaking, you've got clothes on under that, haven't you? So sometimes you get these layers and you're like, I can't really fit that on with much. So for me, I'm a medium in the Baerskin, and it's got plenty of room for stuff underneath. So if you guys can bear with me for, I'd say 5 minutes, I'm just going to finish off the last few mouthfuls of this, have a drink, get myself all prepped for the next giveaway, because like I said, I promise you once we've done cooking and eating, there'll be a giveaway. So we're going to actually give away the 2 Primal Nomad morale patches. They're in the bag there. I'll show you them when I come back to the scene. So now is a great opportunity to go grab yourself a drink, cup of tea. I'm just going to check battery levels and stuff like that, see how long I've got. And yes, then we'll do the little giveaway for the morale patches, and then we could start to wind things down in a little while, start doing the pack down, the hike out, which should bring us to about 5 o'clock UK time, when everything should be on about 0%. So if you give me a few minutes, guys, that would be really appreciated. You don't have to go anywhere. There'll be a little bit of nice music just to kind of see you through the BRB, but like I said, you can go make yourself a drink and grab a refreshment. In the future, I will try and do the advert breaks at this point as well, but I'm still learning. Hello, we are back. My tarp just blew up. And there's a gentleman walking a dog, so I'm just going to say hello to him. Hello, sir. How are you? Enjoy your day. How are we doing? You all right?
Fine.
Good. Lovely to see you.
I'm following my dog and the dog's following the deer.
Yeah? Oh, brilliant. There's plenty of deer around here. That's for certain, yeah. I saw a big...
You staying long?
No, I'm just here for the day. I'm actually just doing a little live stream with some viewers, just doing a few little bushcrafty tips and stuff. But you're not on camera at the moment, so that's no worries at all. Enjoy your walk anyway. Take care. Brilliant, guys. So, obviously just had
Oh no.
a little walker come through. He's following his dog who's following a deer, so which is always the case in this neck of the woods. If you see someone coming through, they've generally got a dog that's having a little investigate. But he was more than happy to see me doing this. He was like, "Oh, you staying long? It's a really lovely weekend for it." So that was good. Right, I hope you guys can hear me all okay. I hope the screen quality is all well, and yeah, there's no technical glitches going on without me being aware. So the giveaway is
afternoon. Thanks, Liam. And yes,
great relaxing Sunday afternoon. Thank you, Liam. And yes, always the gammon and eggs, never pineapple. That's done it. Perfect, buddy. Yeah, gammon and eggs is amazing, and you're more than welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad it's nice and relaxing, and that's the whole aim of this stream, is to have a nice relaxing time with you guys and enjoy nature together, do some little bushcrafty bits. Like I said, I've got the deer stalking practical handbook with me, so we'll have a little flick through that about roe deer, see if we can learn some bits together. But for you guys on YouTube and you guys on Twitch, now's your chance to win a Primal Nomad patch. We've already had a successful giveaway with 2 winners for the soaps in this bag, and we've got the 2 Primal Nomad Velcro backed morale patches here. So these are up for grabs, one for Twitch, one for YouTube viewers. If you're on both, enter. All you've got to do is type in the chat one word: patch me up. Patch me up. I'll type it now. Hopefully this comes through on YouTube and Twitch, but it might not do. If it only comes through on Twitch, someone on YouTube can type it as well. It is patch me up, one word. PATCHMEUP. So see the people on Twitch at the moment entering. This is to win a Primal Nomad morale patch, Velcro backed. Just type the word patch me up, one word, in chat right now. For the next 5 minutes, that's going to be running, and we'll draw the giveaway winners. So there we can see everyone in YouTube type in it perfectly. Thomas over there in California, type exactly what you just did, but no spaces in between the word patch me up there, buddy. So just type it all as one consecutive word and you will enter, just like you see everyone else in chat doing, buddy. So obviously the morale patches, they're Velcro backed, they stick onto your Velcro. If you actually do win the Baerskin fleece as well, there's plenty of Velcro patches on there where you can stick it. I put all of mine on the headlining of my car. Obviously most cars have got a soft kind of carpet material on the top. That's where all of my patches live. Whatever one I feel like repping that day when I'm going on my trip, I rip it off, stick it on my jacket or on my backpack, and we're good to go. So yeah, cool little place to actually put them if you guys are thinking, where do I put all these patches? Headliner of your car. It's a nice place. Oh, no way. Microave. Yes, boy. Thank you so much for following. That is amazing. We've just hit the affiliate goal. That is incredible. Wow. Thank you, guys. Now actually the Twitch journey begins, because reaching affiliate is that first milestone for most Twitch streamers, and I know it takes some people a considerable amount of time to get there. So again, massive thank you to you guys for following on Twitch. It means the world to me. And now I'll be able to get some channel only emotes, which will be specific to my channel. We'll get some little emotes, and then in the future, if any of you guys subscribe, there'll be subscriber only kind of rewards, and all of the subscriptions, if anyone ever does do it, that would just help to contribute towards the channel growth, getting more kit, more hardware to make sure it's a stable stream for you guys. But yeah, thank you so much. That is amazing. We've reached the follower goal over on Twitch, 50 followers, and it's only my second live stream. So thank you so much. That is amazing. I can now start providing much more content on the Twitch side of things, and little rewards for you guys for watching. So Ellie Corbett says, can't wait for the emotes. Thank you so much. Ellie's obviously seen some of the emotes that are going to be coming. So yeah, it's going to be really funny. I can get you guys emote only in the chat, and you guys can spam emotes and everything like that. Nightbot will not ban you. And in fact, another really cool thing for all of you viewers over on Twitch, because you've actually been the first 50 to be a follower, I can award you guys a very unique badge for the channel, which is a kind of like an ambassador badge. So you get to display that you are one of the first 50 on the channel to support this channel, to support Primal Nomad Bushcraft. So there'll be a little symbol next to your username whenever you type in chat. You can turn it off or turn it back on, but it just allows you to kind of brag and say, yeah, you were in the first 50 to follow on Twitch. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. So anyone who's just joined in on YouTube side or on Twitch side, there is a giveaway running right now for a morale patch, a Velcro backed morale patch. Type in the word patch me up, all in one word. A few people have done it just before, and you can get entered into winning the Velcro patch. Hello, Colin. Great to see you, buddy. Like I just said, there is a giveaway running right now, so if you do want to enter, you can just type patch me up in the chat and you'll be entered in. And in about a minute, when it gets to 41 past, I'm going to be drawing the giveaway, and this time we'll start on Twitch and then we'll go over onto YouTube, just to give any of you guys viewing an opportunity to, just to get your last entries in. So, without further ado, let's go over. We'll get a little drum roll for the Twitch users. We're going to roll the giveaway for the Twitch viewers now for a Primal Nomad Velcro back patch. So good luck, everyone.
Hear you okay. Dean_Shelley's_Will Camping has won the giveaway.
There we are, buddy. Dean Shelley's World Camping. Congratulations. You've won a Primal Nomad patch. So if you can send me, you can click on my username and send me what's called a whisper on Twitch. That's a direct message. You can send me a direct message with your address and details. I'll get that patch sent straight over to you. And a massive congratulations and well done. Really happy that you won it. Thank you so much for joining in on today's stream. It is massively appreciated. And at the end of the day, this is what these giveaways are for. They're to reward and thank you guys, the pioneers in this live stream. I couldn't do it without you. And it seems fitting to do these now rather than hopefully in the future when this grows, the odds will be less in your favor. So let me give you guys some rewards and some thanks for tuning in. So yeah, massive well done, Dean Shelley's Wild Camping. We'll go over to the YouTube side now and get the giveaway done for all the YouTube viewers.
Patch me up in the chat.
Yep, Colin, if you want a chance to win one of the Primal Nomad patch-ins.
Why, thank you.
Hey.
Straight on my backpack.
Dean Shelley's Wild Camping, yay, thank you, straight on my backpack. Amazing, buddy. That's made my day. I'm so glad that you won that patch. We're just about to draw the giveaway for the YouTube lot, so anyone who hasn't entered, type patch me up on chat and you can win. and we'll go from there. So let's have a little look. We'll roll it now on the YouTube side. Let's just roll it now.
Afternoon, Liam. Just got back from a camp, so
3,
tuning in.
2,
Catch me
1. Tom in the forest. There we are, buddy.
Forced has won the giveaway.
Afternoon, Liam. Just got back from a camp, so tuning in. Patch me up, Paul Swin. Thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. I hope your camp went well. And a massive congratulations to Tom in the forest for winning the giveaway, buddy. Really, really well done. Yeah, definitely send me over on Instagram your details and I'll make sure I get that patch straight over to you, buddy. Really well done and a congratulations, dude.
Thank you so much, Liam. Appreciate it.
You are more than welcome, my friend. More than welcome. So that wraps up today's giveaways. So massive well done to you guys. We got the bearded guy winning some soap. We got Paul Liddle winning some soap. We got
Well done, Tom.
Tom in the forest winning on the patch, and then we also got Dean Shelley's wild camping winning on the other patch. So well done. I've just taken some screenshots of those, so I don't remember.
Smiley face.
Well, don't worry, buddy. I know there will be some more opportunities in the next stream to win some more prizes. And then also, like I said before, if you're watching on Twitch TV, type in chat !giveaway, and then you can be entered into drawing a prize of the Baerskin fleece hoodie. There's 5 entries that you get per person. The first 2 are free and the other 3 are also free, but you just earn the points to redeem it by watching on Twitch TV. So anyone who's been watching on Twitch TV this whole time, again, type in !giveaway. You've probably earned some points to buy your next ticket by now. Go and grab them up. There's only a few entries at the moment, so the odds are massively in your favor if you do enter. So yeah, make sure you grab all 5 of the tickets you can do. Thomas Messias, is it Messias? Am I saying that right? Or Messias? Love your new jam, Liam. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's a really nice format to be here with you guys on this live stream, and it means the world. There's a little bug just about to walk over the lens of the camera. That's so funny.
Will you be on next Sunday, Liam?
Norm W64, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Paul Rawlins, will I be on next Sunday? So that's something I was actually going to ask you guys, and you can always put your feedback in chat right now. Does a Sunday stream work for you? It does work for me. It's quite a nice time of the week for me to come out and relax. Also, I know most of you guys will be available. I'm aiming to try and get 2 streams a week, but hopefully Sundays would work for you, and then maybe a midweek stream or even a Friday stream, so a Friday and a Sunday or something like that. So let me know what you guys think down in chat, and yeah, it'd be appreciated. David Chase, hi all, just popped in to say hello. Hello buddy, hope you're doing well, really appreciate it. I hope you and Yvette are well, and can't wait to see you at the Bushcraft show hopefully. And actually guys, if any of you are thinking of going to the Bushcraft show and haven't got a ticket, you can use the code PNB15. That will get you 15% off of the tickets. I don't get any fallback from that monetarily or anything. They invite me along, which is ever so kind of them after I've been such a regular. And they actually said, well look, spread this code, get some of your followers to come, give them a discount. So it's really kind of them to do so. So yeah, PNB15 if you do want 15% off your tickets. And yes, okay, Sunday seems like it's good. Do every other Sunday, please. We work every other weekend. Well, like last time, if you're not able to join, the stream will carry on as a video that you're able to watch on the channel. Obviously, the giveaways won't, but the Twitch giveaways, if there is a Twitch giveaway running, you can always enter that by going onto my channel. There's always a chat up and running. You can always type in !giveaway at any point of the day and then enter if you haven't been able to enter while it's been live as well. Love my new rap video. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It was a good bit of fun. Right to roam. You know, it's something we should all advocate for over here, and it's why I thought it was fitting to do that. It got kind of censored, which was a bit annoying. On TikTok it got completely silenced, got to a limited audience on Instagram, so I must have hit the nail on the head. Oh, nice little stretch. Tell you what, ground dwelling is one of the things about ground dwelling when you're camping. Definitely puts a lot of strain on your knees and bones, so chairs are always something I'm tempted to bring in, but they're not very bushcrafty, so. Lovely breeze, lovely, lovely breeze. So we'll have a little look. Anyway, now we've done the giveaways, and again, massive well done for that, guys. We'll have a little look about what we've got in this book, which is amazing old book about woodland stalking, obviously deer stalking. Over here we have mainly 6 kind of species of deer. A lot of them aren't native. My knees are shot, hence why I prefer hammock camping. Yes, Jack Whiskey. Yeah, hammock camping's great. In fact, I got a Thornhill Ultra Heavy hammock not too long ago, and I want to bring that up for a stream, so I'll probably strap that to the backpack next time and I'll stream from a hammock. That'd be quite good fun. Tough as Sunday streams. Good man. So we're looking at roe deer, which are one of the species of deer that we apparently have commonly in this area, or not commonly, but we definitely have in this area. I hadn't seen a roe deer in this area before until last week when I did my first live stream on Monday. And again, thank you to everyone who tuned in on that. But a big roe deer stumbled into camp while I was there, and it shocked me. You can see the clip on my Twitch. It's quite funny. I make a bit of noise to try and startle it, but it didn't work and he darted off. But I thought it would be nice to talk about roe deer with you guys, just so you guys can learn a little bit about them as well. Obviously, I've done my DSC1 deer stalking certificate level 1, and I was lucky enough to reinforce that by stalking a roe gold medal buck in Scotland. But here, this author says, the roe deer are my favourite breed. The young of the roe, the fawn or the kid, is the perfect Bambi. And that is really, really, you know, really true. They've got perfect spotting all over them. And in fact, most deer species, when they're young, when they're born, have spots. And they grow out. So quite often the fawns of younger deer look like that typical Bambi looking deer, and then as they grow up they might completely lose their spots and never get them again on their coat. So yes, most young creatures have some sort of appeal, but the roe tops the lot. The male of the roe is called the buck, the female the doe. In summer the roe becomes a real red fox, like a fox red. The white caudal patch is not as distinctive as it is in winter when the pelage turns from red to grey. So what they mean by the caudal patch there is kind of what I mentioned last time, the anal tush. I thought I just saw a movement over there, so I'm just keeping an eye out. But it's kind of the back patch of the deer around its anus, so normally has a very distinctive white patch there. But as it says, the white patch is not as distinctive in winter as it is in summer, and that's because the rest of the pelage, which is the coat, that's what we call the coat in deer stalking or animal term, pelage, that coat goes from a red to a kind of a grey, just to suit the natural environment. Obviously a red is a very vibrant colour, so the deer want to naturally camouflage into their surroundings, so they put less effort into coloration to try and match the dull, neutered tones of winter, and also they have a thicker coat as well. So the caudal patch is heart-shaped in the doe and kidney-shaped in the buck. So all that means is the patch of white that you'll see on the rear on a male will be kind of like a kidney bean, like an upside-down U shape, whereas on a female it will be much longer with those rounded humps at its kind of haunch area, so it'd be more like a heart shape. The tail of the roe is short and dumpy, barely visible at all, and it often is called the deer with no tail for that reason. They do have one, but it's ever so small, just a tiny little flap. The female has a tuft of hair protruding from her rear end, which is called the anal tush, and you might have heard me say that earlier. That's why we refer to it as the anal tush. It's quite a good indicator of a roe deer. No tail, but a big flash of white. Let's just have a little look at the chat while I'm doing this. Doing river adventure camps this year would be bad with the pollution after heavy rain. 100%, yeah, it will be. Wild Sea Amputee, thank you so much for following over on Twitch, really appreciate it. Just joined to enter the giveaway. You're more than welcome to, my buddy. Yeah, just enter as you've done, !giveaway. You get your 2 entries free at the beginning, and then you earn points by watching the Twitch stream, and you can buy your tickets then as well.
Giveaway.
Really enjoying watching stalking videos, would love to do something like that. Yeah, 100%. I mean, stalking is one of those things that go hand in hand with bushcraft, and you don't actually have to go out with the gun to stalk. Last year I did a video called Forage for Freedom, and it was just going out and doing something similar to this, a lot quieter, obviously not talking, and just waiting and seeing what I could call in and see. And it's quite surprising when you're still for a while at what you'll attract in. So the roe is a relatively small deer, but around here actually it's probably our mid-sized to a larger species of wild deer. We've got the Chinese water deer being the next kind of largest, and the smallest being the muntjac. They can be up to, you know, probably somewhere about this high, this tall. They're not very big at all. They're like small little dogs. Chinese water deer, again, not too much larger, but a roe deer is just that little bit bigger, a lot more prominent and a lot taller stance. And again, a species that's not too common in this area. But it stands about 24 to 28 inches high at the shoulder, it says in this book. But again, it clarifies here, the muntjac, which is originally from South Asia, is much smaller still. The rut state starts in late July or early August, yet the covered doe does not give birth until April or May. And that's because of delayed implantation, which gives a total gestation of 10 months. I know this is a lot of facts, but I'm going to digest it with you in a second. And then usually roe give birth to triplets or twins. And the reason I find this interesting is because the delayed implantation is a really clever genetic trait that roe deer have picked up. So they'll mate with multiple males, the does, and then they will somehow chemically pick the most or the strongest genetically matched buck that they've mated with, and then choose that to create the fertilization of the egg. So they'll delay that implantation, or they'll choose that egg to go forward in the cycle. So it's a really, really strange phenomenon, and it then pushes their birthing period back. So because of that 3 months that they wait to choose the egg, they then have their fawns a lot later, or their young a lot later in the season. So yeah, really interesting things about roe deer there. We'll have a little look at chat and then go into a few more bits of information about them. Any canoe trips coming? Yes, as soon as the weather really dries up a tiny little bit more, we're going to be going on some canoe trips. At the moment, most of the rivers are quite swollen, but we are nearing that now. Spring is just around the corner and the water temperature starts to rise. Fieldcraft is 80% of the work, 20% is pulling the trigger, as they say. 100% Apache pilot. Yeah, I mean, doing this kind of stuff, even it might seem trivial, me just reading a few bits of information about roe deer to you, but if any of it sinks in, the next time you see a roe, you'll recall that information. You might put 2 and 2 together, start learning about their habitat yourself. No information is invalid or useless, as they say. So this goes on to say how the mortality rate is very high due to viruses, silage cutting machines and predators like the fox. Many roe deer don't survive their first year, which is again why they have so many young. It's that kind of elimination of possibility of that set of genes not going ahead. So the roebuck antlers are very small compared to the other large species of deer, being only 8 to 11 inches long. However, they're more than adequate for combat and protection. And that's so true. What the roe lacks for in spread on its antlers, it really makes up for in penetration, because they have these really long, sturdy, pronged antlers. They're very short comparatively, but still, again, like you said, 8 to 12 inches long. And they're very straight forward facing prongs, so you can imagine that charging at you. I would not want to be at the receiving end, and in fact when they go into the rut they're quite a scene to be seen apparently. Chris Dalton, the deer stalker who I went up to Scotland to stalk with, he was saying how he saw 2 roebucks rutting and the bloodbath was just amazing, going at it for about an hour and a half. So definitely vicious but very very strong animals. Norm64, got to go. Thanks for the nice company on this rainy Sunday morning here in Paraguay. See you next time. Be safe. Thank you so much, Norm. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot that you were one of the first 50 to help me get to affiliate. So, like I said, hopefully there should be a little badge next to your username next time, as you were one of the people that helped get along. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day over there. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. So that's going into the kind of general overview of a roe deer, and now we'll start to find some more section about deer stalking in woodland. Which is, sorry, 1 second. Roe deer. So I'll just bring this close to the camera so you guys can see quickly. Just some illustrations of the roe deer, so it all makes a bit of sense to you guys. This is a lovely book, really nice illustrations here, hand drawn, and as you can see there's that anal tush, so not really a visible tail, just this tiny little V, an indication of one, and that kind of heart-shaped white patch. Roe deer, this is the female, obviously the doe, no antlers, and again brownish grey or grey coat with a white rump in winter. In summer, a fox red coat with yellow rump, barely distinguishable. A buck has 3 points on the antlers and a distinctive bark. A doe has a protruding anal tush. So again, you can see the indication there, how it's kind of slightly protruding from the back of the rump there. The male here has the 3-pronged antlers, very linear, upright, no real tail, a kind of elliptical or kidney bean shaped tush, being so that it's got that tiny notch out of the back. And that's all really. So again, that's the species of deer that we found last stream while I was in this patch of the woods, and it's really nice. And the last little bit of information,
that it's bringing memories from your DSC certificate. Are you allowed to do it overnight?
love the details from this book, but it's bringing memories from your DSC certificate. Yeah, absolutely. It's always nice to kind of touch base with these things and refresh your own memory. And that's again why this stream is such a great platform, because it allows me to not only come out here, spend some time reading a book, but I can read it with you guys, and hopefully we all learn a little bit together, even if you're just listening as a podcast in the background or lurking. You know, it's helpful to all of us, and definitely myself. Are you allowed to do it overnight deer stalking in hides? I believe you are, but only in certain places. I know there's laws about night shooting, but some places do have permitted night shooting. I know up in Scotland they're looking to reintroduce that, although there's a lot of arguments against it where there's a place like, you know, in a place with the right to roam. So yeah, it's a bit of a hard one. I guess it's situational whether you're allowed to do it over here. I live at Lossiemouth on the Moray coast. Do you know where's the closest place to see deer? I wouldn't know actually, Jack, where the nearest place to see deer, but I'll have a little research of that. I'll take a screenshot of that question and I will have a little research and get back to you, because there'll probably be a deer park nearby, which is a great place you can go and learn and see all the species in there, kind of as close to a natural habitat as possible. So going into stalking, and obviously this relates to, again today, if you were coming out today, even just to have a look for deer and stalking around the woods, there's a few handy tips in this book, which is, again, picking the right day to go out is an important factor, as the weather plays the most important role in stalking. Understandably, the professional stalker has to go out in all weathers, which makes them only too aware of the pitfalls of the fogged up rifle scope and binoculars, and those frozen fingers which can lead to a life of their own at all important shot of a lifetime moment. And I encountered both of those things when I was on my stalk up in Scotland. The rain absolutely hammering it down, fogging up the scope. I couldn't take a shot for a good while. When I did get to take the shot, a doe stepped in front, so I had to hold back. Yeah, it was all sorts of things. The parallax was out then because of the change that the rain was making. So there's loads of elements that the weather can contribute towards stalking. But if you are stalking in heavy rain, which is accompanied usually by gusting winds, you might as well just stay at home. The deer tend to be more wild in the wind. However, a calm day and a rough night is an ideal time to go out, as the deer will venture from their thick cover to feed and dry off. So what it's suggesting there is if you've had a really wet night, that's probably a good time to then go out stalking in the morning. But like we found, when it is wet, deer tend to stick to the margins even if it is completely soaking. They generally don't want to get as wet as we do either. Frost helps by killing off a lot of vegetation, making it slightly easier to find the deer. So a few months ago it would have been much easier to see them traversing through the woods. Obviously through the background foliage now you've got a lot more leaf material. We're in a quite holly evergreen area anyway, so it wouldn't make too much of a difference, but the occasional hazel and birch and hornbeam leaf all aids in camouflage. Ellie Corbett, remember our last morning with Chris, absolutely soaking. Yeah, 100%. When I actually got the gold medal roebuck up in Scotland, there's a video available on my channel, Primal Nomad. You can see just how wet it was at that beginning, and the deer were not playing ball. Another point about the frost here is it says that the frosted leaves are quite important, impossible to stalk upon, just because of the amount of noise that they make. And it's quite, again, similar to this. When you're walking through leaf litter like so, it's very much hard to stalk in this environment, which is why a lot of people tend to use tree stands and they'll wait for the deer to come to them, which is a great way. If you have a hide that you can do that with, it's a perfect thing to use. Otherwise you have to use rides and natural paths through the woodland that are already established to kind of move around on, so you're minimizing as much noise as possible. I think we'll leave that there for now, because it can get too, it'll be too easy for me to keep reading that book, and but there's a few nice things to take away from that. It's just, if you're going to come out and have a look for things like roe deer or muntjac or whatever species of deer is in your local area, have a look at the weather. Like I said when I was coming in, try and gauge the way the wind is blowing. Right now it's gone extremely calm, so you could get it completely wrong, but I do know as it's gusting, it's starting to really blow that direction. It swung from blowing this way earlier. So things can change, and you have to kind of change how you stalk in that way. Generally speaking, if I was doing it, which I might do in a stream in the future, we'll have a bit of a quieter stream. I'll get the microphone a bit closer to me, I'll camouflage up, and I'll sit underneath the tree. We'll have the camera facing out, and we'll see if we can call some deer in, just to demonstrate some of that to you. Well, camp Som. I think State Detective came up with that one. He was one of the first to camp. Yes, yeah, Tom, Back Garden Bushcraft Woodland, absolutely soaking when State Detective and him had a camp out. I dodged that bullet, I say. I have tracked a pod or group of deer around their night safe nesting site, or where they rest. Yeah, 100%. There's often quite a lot of sites that you can find in the woodland where you can notice that deer have been laying down and bedding up for the night, and that's a great spot to remember, because it's somewhere that in the early morning, just at sunrise, you can always go and sit by and start to see them rising from. So yeah, lovely to see indications of that. Wellies are definitely required. A camp is always better with Tom there. Yes, 100%. Right guys, I'm just going to quickly see if there's any residual embers left here, which I think there are, because I'll burn off some of these ends. So even when a fire looks out, it's not, as long as there's embers there. You can get it back, and you can imagine on a windy day, if I just left something like that, the wind could easily blow that to flame, and you'd definitely risk the woodland that we so love and enjoy. So it's good, important to have good fire safety. Still lovely to see the sun on the back of that tarp. Yes, 100%, it is really gorgeous afternoon today. Really is lovely. It's nice that the wind has only showed its face a few times, and with the sun coming through, it's just yeah, getting that last bit of evening sun before work this week is lovely actually. It's been a really nice afternoon and a nice excuse to come out and share it with you guys. I'm probably just going to, again, check the batteries, start putting a few bits of my camera equipment into my backpack, because what I think I'm going to do is I'll sit down for a tiny little bit longer, let the fire just burn down that little bit, and then we'll go on a little adventure. I'll show you a bit more of this woodland. We'll have a little walk and an adventure, get on the feet, stretch the legs as I make my way back to where my car is. But I'm not going to make a quick journey. Like I said, I want to show you a few different bits of this woodland. There's some really nice sights and just scenes as well. Nice undulating kind of terrain. We'll see what wild forageables are out, if any, and yeah, take you on a little stroll. So if you give me a second, guys, I appreciate you all hanging in. Maybe go grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a little snack, because we'll probably be on for the next 45 minutes before I leave you guys. So yeah, we'll spend it together. Hello. I'm back. So, as you can see, the backpack is, well, you can't see, but the backpack is behind the camera. The Bella Box streaming setup is now back in the backpack. I didn't show you guys that, but next stream I definitely will. Some of you tech heads will really love to see that, I think, anyway. It's quite complicated. So yes, fire's just burning down lovely now, which is great. I've got a cheeky can of Coca-Cola with me, just a nice little refreshment before the walk back. So I just wanted to do something with you guys, and it'd be awesome if you guys want to partake, and that is question time. So feel free now to ask me any questions on stream. Any bushcrafty questions, any tips that you want. Remember, if you've just come over on Twitch, welcome, thank you so much for joining. Type in !giveaway. Sorry about the bug that just walked over the lens there. Yeah, !giveaway to enter the giveaway for the Baerskin fleece. I'm just going to get that bug off the lens. There we are, fella. Back on your way. So yes, if any of you guys have any questions, if you would like to ask me them in chat down below, that would be a perfect time to do so. And remember, if there's anything that I ever do say on the stream that you want to capture and just say, oh, I want to capture that last minute of what Liam was talking about, I think up in the top right hand corner of Twitch you'll see a little clipboard button. You can click that and create a clip, which will create a little memory of that part of the stream for you and for all of our viewers as well. When you first started YouTube 7 years ago, did you find it weird talking to the camera? That's Dean Shelley's Wild Camping over on Twitch. Yes, 100%. I found it so odd. I was thinking, oh, I'm such an idiot. And to be honest, even at times now, I still get that kind of, still get that feeling. I still think, oh, you know, but I just laugh about it. It's probably why you hear me chuckle away to myself sometimes. I just try to laugh it off now. I used to get really anxious about being on camera and saying the wrong thing. And I think if I'd started live streaming back then, God, I would have been putting myself on the spot. And I think it's why it's nice that I've transitioned into live streaming, because it's given me that chance to gain a bit of comfort being in front of the camera, or being comfortable being in front of the camera, but also not worrying about if I make a mistake or anything like that. It's all natural, it's all part of the process. So thank you so much. I hope that answers your questions, and thank you so much for asking. That was a really nice question, actually. Ellie Corbett, am I enjoying doing the live streams? I am indeed. Yes, I am loving and having you guys here along to join in makes it all so much better. I do appreciate every single one of you tuning in. I know it's not a short or easy commitment sometimes to give your time to something. So yeah, it means the world to me. I'm really loving it though. It's a lovely format to do. And yeah, it's different. There's a really strange sounding plane flying over. Like a whisper. But no, it's been really fun actually. And I think it's a nice format for me. It's a bit more relaxed than coming out and streaming or filming an episode. I can just do it with you guys here. Although it comes with its own stresses, technologically making sure it all runs smoothly. And I hope today the quality's been okay for you guys. I hope there hasn't been as many dropouts. And I hope everything's just gone as smoothly as you'd have wished for as well as a viewer, because that's the most important side of things. So, I think that's about that with the questions. Thank you for great answer, gives me more confidence to try yourself. Yeah, definitely, buddy. And like I said earlier, it's one of those things that you gain a memory bank of all your stuff that you do. And it's never about the numbers. That's why for me, I am so thankful to every one of my, I think 8,530 subscribers, and every single one of those mean the world to me. It's incredible that people want to come along on my journey. And like I said, I do it for myself primarily, and obviously I want to give you guys the best quality stuff that I can. So it's kind of this symbiotic relationship. Your guys' motivation helps me put out better content and go out and do better trips myself, which gives you guys better content. So it's this amazing thing, and that's why the live stream is amazing. You can join in on these little journeys with me. So Lynch68 says, might be a silly question, but I want to try hammock camping. What's all the stuff you need to buy? So in terms of hammock camping, you can start fairly basic. I would suggest a fairly standard hammock, but something that's breathable. The problem with the waterproof hammock is that because it's waterproof, it's also waterproof for your sweat, so that permeation of sweat can lead to a damp sleeping bag, which we all know helps you get a bit cold at night, which is not great. So something like the Frontline DD hammock or One Wind do some great beginner budget kind of hammocks. And to say they're budget doesn't mean they're bad quality either. It just means that they're at that lower price range, a bit more accessible. But if you look after them, they'll look after you as well. So I'd say something like that. You can use that with the top that you've already got. It has a mosquito net built in, which gives you that bug protection. Let's say if you're doing it in summer. If you are doing it in summer, there's less of a need for an underquilt. But it's again something that I would look at eventually purchasing if you thought hammock camping is for you. For the beginning stages, you can use things like putting your sleeping mat in between the two sections on the hammock. That will get you nice and insulated on the bottom. And I would say save me a lot of time with hammocks rather than the tying of knots at the end, which can be quite a pain, especially with hammocks, and getting them snug and tight. Is something called either whoopee slings or cammock straps. Cammock being K-A-M-M-O-C-K. They are looped straps that you can put a carabiner through. You can adjust it with different loops, and they just carabiner straight to the hammock, and it just makes it a lot easier to set up. There is a video on my channel which is my first hammock camp as well, so you can join in on that and see. It's a solo hammock camp, and yeah, you can see what bit of kit I used. I haven't changed since then, and it's always worked well for me. So I hope that answers your question, Lynch68. Paul Liddell, do I think there should be a petition for the right to roam sent to the government? I do. Yeah, I think it's something we all need to, we all do anyway, but I think it's something we need to advocate for. And I know there's going to be a lot of opposition from private ownership, and I think it's unfortunately the fringe minorities that are going to let us down. Certain communities are going to be the ones, like maybe ones who tend to poach or fly tip, are going to be the ones that let us down, because private landowners are not going to open their access to people who disrespect it. And obviously, as bushcrafters, we all advocate leave no trace. We want access to be able to respect it and to come in and enjoy woodlands and areas of natural beauty. So it's in our best interest to keep them beautiful. So yeah, and I do think that does need to be the case. And even if it has to be something where you know, there needs to be stricter rules than maybe Scotland, as long as it opens access, because we've lost so many millions of acres and hectares. I think it's 28 million acres we've lost in the UK. You know, 2.3 million hectares of land, which is about 28% of the country's actual land space we've lost access to. That was common land, so it'd be great to get that back. Paul Rawlins, this isn't a question, but keep up the great content. I love these Sundays. Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll make Sunday a regular thing, so everyone watching, we will continue having a Sunday chill stream in the woods, and then maybe a Friday or a Monday stream, depending on my work schedule. Colin, yep, sounds good to me. Perfect. What DD tarp, mate? DD tarp. So this one is a DD ultralight, which is 2.9 meters by 2.9 meters. So just slightly smaller than their general 3x3. Still ample coverage, maybe slightly small on a hammock, lengthwise, but dependent on the angle you have your hammock or the dip, that's really what dictates the length for that. So maybe for hammock camping, something like a 4x3 is probably a good length. It gives you ample coverage for bad weather as well. 3x3s can be that slightly bit too small if you have a bit of extra kit with you, or want to sit under your shelter sometimes in the bad weather. It's getting the attention and people talking now, so fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. Absolutely, Apache. And thank you so much for moderating and stuff, and joining in on the chat and the stream, Apache. Really appreciate it, Ryan. Colin, maybe do a demo on how to make your own bushcraft chair. Yeah, I was actually chatting about that earlier, how a chair would be great to have. So I might actually get a bit of fabric to make a A-frame kind of bushcraft chair, and that would be quite a good thing to bring along to camp with me, or I could do a little triangular piece with the 3 legs as well. So we'll have a little look at that. Great suggestion, Colin. So I am just now going to pack down my tarp. If there's any more questions you guys have, feel free to drop them in chat and I'll answer them as I do this. But yeah, I'm just going to pack this away, and then we'll take a little walk out of the woodland. I'll take you on a little journey. We'll have a little stretch of the legs and we'll tune off. Today on the Twitch side, we're actually going to do my first raid. There's a streamer who I absolutely love watching. He's currently playing Sea of Thieves, which is a pirate game on the computer, but it's great. It's a survival kind of sandbox engine game, so you get your boat and you just go sailing off into the Caribbean and do as you please. So it's a great bit of fun. But it's more about the streamer for me. That's why I'm raiding him. Fuzzy Bond has been one of those people that, as a viewer, I've always enjoyed his streams, and he's always given me some great advice with coming to start my own stream. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all of his time talking to all of us on chat. He's a much bigger streamer than me, but a great content creator as well. So if you're into gaming, definitely stay along for that raid. What a raid does, it just means that you as the viewers leave my channel and go straight on to watching him. So if you could just join for 30 seconds or anything, that would mean the world. If it could just say, you know, Primal Nomad and 12 or 15 viewers raided Fuzzy Bond, it would be amazing. So yeah, really great little feature of Twitch again. One Tigris tripod chair. That's a good idea actually. And I wonder if the top you could then take off to make your own bush chair. That would be quite cool. I can put something up for a chair. Nigel, that would be amazing. Maybe we could do a little video on the handover, and I could play that live on stream someday. That would be amazing. Definitely, and you guys definitely go check out Nigel Outdoors. He's a great lad. He actually started pioneering the kind of Lavoo modification, so he's got some really good videos on there all about the modification of Lavoos. So check him out, give him a subscribe. He's a great channel over there on YouTube, Nigel Outdoors. And yeah, like I said, anyone on Twitch, remember ! giveaway to drop your entry into the giveaway for the Baerskin hoodie. That's what I'm wearing right now. The wind picked up, so I got it all chucked on. And yes, for you guys on YouTube, the next stream I have, we'll be having another chance to win some goodies as well. And then on the 4th live stream, we're going to be doing the giveaway draw for the Baerskin hoodie. So exciting times coming along. So, time to take the tarp down, so I'll move the camera back a tiny little bit. I think that should be fine. Perfect. Pegs away, and this is the great thing about toggles again. They allow you to take your tarp, disconnect it straight off, Thank you so much guys for tuning in today. Like I said, it's not over yet. We're going to take a nice little walk through the woodland. The sun's starting to peek through, which is very much welcomed. And I'm glad the wind has died down a little bit while I was doing this tarp, or you'd have had a good old comedy sketch to watch, I have no doubt. It doesn't get any easier putting a tarp away the amount of years you do bushcraft. Especially the more lightweight the tarps are, the more fun you're going to have. The amount of times I've given up with a tarp and said, right, I'm not getting it any smaller. But generally speaking, perseverance pays off. So I generally like to get my tarp folded down as best as I can and get the air out. Lovely bird song. I don't know what that is, so if any of you guys are good on bird song, that would be great to know. Jason Cole needed a coffee, I'm back. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm glad to have you back. I'm just packing down this bit at the moment, but I'm gonna stream for a little bit longer, like I said, as I take a walk out of this woodland. But if any of you guys are good on orniculture or bird song, let me know what that one is. Just stop now. But it's beautiful. It's like, I can't really do it. But no, so I've got my tarp folded and rolled to a nice hand-sized bit here. And what I can do then is undo my first knot, which is the Siberian hitch. Then we'll go up to the taut line hitch and wrap around. So by undoing that quick release knot, I can start wrapping around at one end and start to bring tension along that line, rolling the tarp along it, which gets a nice neat little bundle, and that then goes into your pack nice and easily. And it contains itself already how you're going to use it the next time, which is obviously ridgeline off, ridgeline up, tarp on. So if I show you guys here quickly, you can see there I've just been rolling that along the ridge line. If that was still connected, you just roll this along which keeps it nice and bundled up. And then as you get a good way round, you can then go over the top along the length and start to draw that back in. Now I can tie that off. That will go back into my backpack nice and small. But it's a great little bit of kit, this DD Superlight tarp. It doesn't take up much space. That's one of the main reasons I got it. So excuse me for 1 second, guys. Colin, got to go now. Been good listening. Hope to catch up soon. Thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Don't think it's a song thrush. Never heard them make that call, but they're like the R2-D2 of the bird world. Possibly a nuthatch. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Apache. I appreciate that. Nuthatch. I'll have a little listen later. Defo male nuthatch, Paul Liddle. Amazing. Thank you, guys. A nuthatch. I'll have a little look at that in my bird book later and see what kind of bird I should be looking out for a nuthatch. That's amazing. What a cool community. Thank you, guys. The wild nuthatch appears. So I'm just packing my backpack next to the camera at the moment. So if you guys give me 2 seconds, I'm going to transition to BRB so it's not a load of noise, and right, I think we are back. So if you give me a second, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to grab this water bottle from here so we can get that fire completely put out. And I'm just going to disconnect the battery pack from the microphone, so hopefully this all stays connected, which it has. Good times. So, just going to douse this fire now to make sure it's completely out. I'm just going to get a stick from over here. Just to mash it all in. Always got to make sure that your fire site is out. And obviously right here it's very clay slaggy clay ground, so it's a good base to have had a fire. There's a whole litre of water on there now. Which is perfect. Wipe that down. And then I can kick all of that aside. Paul Rawlins, my brewdog and wine went down a treat. I will be with you on your next content, whether it's live or not. All the best, Paul, Ruth, Harmony, the Cockapoo. Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate you tuning in. It means the world to me to have you along on the journey. So thank you so much, buddy. My phone's just lost connection to the chats, so I'll be back in a second. I can see you guys chatting away now again. So just double checking if you guys can see me or not. Regardless, I'm just going to kick this fire going along now. So my application's gone a bit haywire quickly. I'm just currently kicking over the Fireside at the moment, and where I've been bedding down. Right guys, if you bear with me 1 second, I'm just going to put the camera onto my backpack and get the backpack onto my back. Oh my god, I will speak properly one of these days, guys. So I just lost connection to the chat, so I do apologise if you guys have been saying anything to me and I haven't been responding. Right, last check's all good. Just putting my tripod on my bag, guys. I do apologise about the leaf litter. Leaf camera. Right, so almost there. Last zips. Have a little drink. So let's get you with a nice view. Not of my face though. How's that view, everyone? Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ellie. Thank you so much for letting me know it's all good. Hopefully the view is okay. I'm just going to have a little look and a walk through the woodland on the way back and see what we can find scattered amongst the leaf litter. So have you guys enjoyed today's stream so far? Has there been anything that you wish I'd done? Anything you wish I'd do differently? Anything that you think could be a nice inclusion for future streams? Always a good view in a mixed woodland, mate. Lovely jubbly. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I love this kind of environment. It always screams out to me. So yeah, if there's any suggestions at all for the stream, in terms of content-wise, anything you found boring about it, all of your feedback is greatly appreciated, as is your dedication to joining in. Thank you so much, Nigel. I really appreciate your feedback. I can't wait for the next one either. Honestly, they've been so much fun to put together. And it gives me loads of stuff to think about. It's been awesome, man. Loving these live streams. Nice chill on a Sunday. Thank you, Tom. That means the world. It's glad to know it's all received so well. Dean Shelley's Wild Camping, we loved it. Great afternoon with you. Thank you. It's been a great afternoon with you guys, and it's really nice to have obviously some winners amongst us from some of the giveaways. Obviously, hopefully one of you lucky people is going to win the Baerskin hoodie, which I'm really excited for because I absolutely love it. Janet Outdoors, been great watching you. Thank you, Liam. No, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you along, and I appreciate you coming back and tuning in again. Just turn around, you can see that I've been walking up a bit of an incline. It's always amazing how out of breath you get, especially when you've got a lot of batteries and stuff in the backpack. It's quite a heavy rig actually. It's definitely an extra load. Wild Sea Amputee, enjoying the outdoors / bushcraft makes us all winner. Liam, absolutely. We can only ever be happy when we're out here, can't you, really? Hard not to be. Just try and push that camera up a little bit for you, so you don't just see the ground. Let's have a little explore up here. Tuffers, all good. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all tuning in. It's a lovely way to spend a Sunday. Can you see the grey squirrel there on that oak? just there at the bottom. Here he is, running under the holly. Grey squirrels are actually introduced to England about 10 miles away from where I'm stood, which is quite a funny little fact. Let's go up this little incline. Look at that oak, what a beast. Absolute beauty. Tom in the forest. Forest therapy is the one to calm the mind. Oh, it is indeed. It's so nice and therapeutic being out here. And it's so lovely having you guys along to chat with, discover new bits with. I'm absolutely loving it. John Slack Bushcraft, enjoyed it as much as the first one. Look forward to the next one, Liam. Thank you. Thank you so much, John. Honestly, that means the world to me that you said that. Thank you. And don't forget, you guys who have been watching on Twitch or stream, go over and type in ! giveaway, get your rest of your tickets. I'm sure you've earned enough points to get a few tickets now. And like I said, on the YouTube side, there will be some more giveaways on the next stream. And well done to all of you guys who did win. You see those winds brought down a pine across that path. The fast network cable has worked for the signal, absolutely. I'm up, Brian. Oh man, the batteries, I swear, are very, very weighty. But I think this backpack's a lot better than the shoulder satchel that I had last time. That was killing me. But actually you can see, guys, there's some of these ramparts, these dips and kind of furrows up in here. And this is an old Dane kind of fort, an old Viking fort. So a lot of history in this area, a lot of kind of pre-existing kind of fortifications and earthworks, which is really interesting. And apparently some Neolithic finds have been found here as well. So you know there's some history that is steeping this area. Yes, next Sunday I will be streaming as well, guys. So I will probably be streaming on Friday. I will try to get on probably around midday on Friday, probably for a longer stream, so I can get on into the kind of early evening on Friday. And then on the Sunday I will be then going back to another live stream as well. So we'll have two coming this week, Friday and Sunday. Unless anything changes with my schedule, we might be able to get a midweek one and swap that for the Friday. But I think Friday evening might be quite nice for everyone to join in on. Sunday seems like it's been really popular today, and I'm glad you've all enjoyed it, so it'd be great to carry that on. Much more stable, mate, probably easier on the shoulders also. Yes, a lot easier. It's it was just that one shoulder with the satchel always gets the grunt of the abuse. And I hope you're all enjoying this lovely kind of little woodland walk back with me. It's a lovely afternoon to spend with you all, kind of coming out of this woodland. You're all absolutely amazing for joining. You're hugely valued subscribers, both on YouTube and you know, for following over on Twitch. Thank you so much for smashing that affiliate goal on Twitch. You can see the bar up there at the top. We got 50 out of 50 followers, which means I'm officially a Twitch affiliate. And that just means I can give you guys some cool Primal Nomad emotes, some little funky bits. So I'm going to leave you with a nice view of this field, and I'm going to then quickly set up a little raid. So all of you guys on Twitch, I'm going to make it so we raid over to Fuzzy Bond, who's one of my favourite streamers on Twitch. Even though he's a game streamer, he's actually progressing into kind of hydroponic farming in the future. He lives over in Jordan, so it's really interesting seeing what he gets up to. So yeah, I'm going to raid him. He's been one of my favourite streamers for yeah, he's been one of my favourite streamers for a long time, so we're going to raid him over on the Twitch side. Over on YouTube, thank you so much for joining. Like I said, next time there'll be some giveaways coming along, probably for another soap and another patch. The Baerskin giveaway still running on Twitch, !giveaway in chat. You can get the link to that. So yeah, until next time guys, just while I do this little setup, you guys on Twitch, don't go anywhere just yet. I'm just going to do a raid, and yeah, thank you so much guys, really appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, and I will see